Hello, folks. How are we doing today? Hopefully you guys are all good. We are here with F1 Manager. What a crazy day. For so many different reasons, it's been a crazy day. I mean, Graham Potter's Chelsea manager, football manager got announced, and the Queen died, which was a day that I never thought would come in a bizarre way. I want to, I guess, address that to begin with, because I realise it's something that lots of people have different opinions on, and that can always lead to just people arguing in the chat and discussing it. And whilst I think discussion is good, there's a forum for it. Twitch is not that place. If anyone takes issue with the fact I'm streaming today, I have to do my job. The world doesn't stop for me to stream. Equally, if you are someone who is being a bit of a on social media to people who maybe are displaying being upset or a bit, you know, down, I suppose, with the situation, just don't get involved with it. Sometimes the best thing you do is just not say anything. For me personally, I was a little bit, you know, I don't know, I pondered it for a second, but at the end of the day, it's not something that I'm going to stop what I do for a living for and, you know, overthink and pause for. I think there's a way to be respectful about it without, you know, doing or being a about it. So that's all we need to say. Look, chat, let's keep it civil in the chat. I think you guys will anyway, but I feel like it's just something I have to address straight away. I'm fully aware that people are going to come into the chat and go, what do you think about the Queen dying for the entire stream? I'm probably just going to ignore those people for the rest of the stream, because this is a place to play F1 Manager. I wouldn't do anything differently than any other celebrity passing. And, you know, the world goes on, I'm afraid to say. Kieran Doc, thank you for sending with the Prime. I've never watched Formula 1 in my life until I saw you playing the new Manager game, and I found myself reloading YouTube multiple times today, waiting for the new Alpine episode. Hey, mate, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words. MH9I, mate, thank you for the resub as well for 22 months. Looking forward to the stream. Keep up the good work. RIP the Queen. A respect to what she achieved. Exactly that, Coombsy. And, well, Coombsy, thank you for subbing the Prime as well. Yeah, I think that the thing with the Queen, right, chat, is I'm not really pro-monarchy. I think the monarchy is something that's a little bit archaic. At the same time, someone who does their job for 70 years, in any walk of life, really, has my respect. That is a long time to commit yourself to any cause, and I think that in itself deserves some respect, even if you don't necessarily agree with the principle. And I think, whilst the monarchy is always going to be divisive, the history of the empire is always going to be divisive. Ultimately, she was someone who was born into a role which she served till pretty much the day that she died, and I can see some respect in that. Anyway, Azugon, thank you very much for resubbing for 23 months. Arkita, thank you very much for subbing for 2 months. Undeniable Dwarf, thank you for the 2 months as well. And Asking Earth, thank you for the 3. Seeing you grow significantly to 2K viewers, just amazing on your growth, and just in all the people on social media. Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. I have to deal with a lot of people talking to me about social media stuff every day of the week. It's part of the job. I'm used to it at this point. Anyway, shall we play some F1 Manager, folks? I want to give one more quick thank you. An anonymous person donated $51 today whilst I was offline, which was, I mean, ridiculously generous of them, with just the message, Jack, I've been watching your YouTube videos for a long while now, and seeing you vibe with F1 Manager is quite enjoyable. Have a good time. Thank you, anonymous, wherever you are. I do genuinely appreciate that massively. Foster Jordan as well, thank you for the 13 months. And I mean, Graham Potter's Chelsea manager. I thought that was going to be the most talked about thing at the start of the day. Let's play some F1 Manager. Singapore is up, and I think we've got to take a load of engine penalties, which physically causes me pain, because this is not a track you want to take penalties at. It's a track where it's very difficult to overtake. When I look at the engines, when I look at our ERS situation, and when I look at the gearboxes, I'm thinking, if I'm going to take all the engine penalties, I might just want to take all the penalties at once. So I think that is going to be what we go with. That physically causes me pain to say. But we'll see how we get on. I mean, chat, what are we thinking? Oh, my word. Oliver, thank you for the 5 gifted. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you, mate. Chat, I don't know if I'm allowed to show this on stream. I'm gonna show it on stream. So I've got an emote artist who is working on some emotes for me. They're really, really cool. I got some sketches from the artist of the initial concepts of the logo. So obviously they'll be fully coloured in and stuff when they're done. But you guys might want to see them, right? There is a new curry dog emote, and there's a new G emote coming. So this is exciting. Now, the artist is mega, mega talented. When she's done all the work, I'm probably going to be singing and dancing her praises because it already looks really good, and it's got me very, very excited. There you go, chat. There is the upcoming G's and curry dog emotes. There will be some of my face as well, but we'll save those ones as more of a surprise. They will obviously all be coloured in and stuff, but I think they're very, very cute. So I'm looking forward to having the G one. There's a few different G variants coming out, so should be good. Is it Holly Plays? It's not. It's not. Is Klopp the next manager out? I don't think so. Not yet. Dougie, mate, thank you so much for the 20 months. I'm not a great supporter of the concept of the monarchy, but I can respect what she's done. I think it's disgusting, some of the things I've seen. RP Lizzie, and other news. Hope you had a great time in Paris. Oh, you had a great time. I was about to say, Dougie, I've not been to Paris, but you've been to Paris. I hope you had a good time in Paris, mate. I think the next TwitchCon's in Paris, and the next CSGO major's in Paris. So I might go to Paris a few times next year. And also, Owen, May, thank you for the 27. Good to see you, dude. I hope you're well. Chat, I've got to take these penalties. This is going to cause me physical pain today, but I'm afraid it has to be done, even if I don't really want to do it at Singapore. I could take smaller penalties and serve them over multiple races, but unfortunately, I think our best bet is just to take all of these penalties. All of these at once. Chat, this is horrible. This is not fun. So we've got the new gearboxes, new engines as well. The engines are the big problem. The engines are the thing that we've burnt through. But if we're going to take penalties for extra engines over the limit, we might as well take them all at once. Oh, it hurts. This is physically painful. That hurt me inside. Gummy's redeemed a hydrate. Chat, I don't think I filled up my water bottle. I'm going to go fill up my water bottle before the race starts. We'll get a prediction going. Chat, remind me that I owe a hydrate. Dennis the Z, mate, thank you for gifting out a sub to the community. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you, mate. How I seen Google is greyed out. I haven't got at them. Like I said, chat, I'm not... It sounds awful to say. Like, the Queen dying to me isn't something that's going to affect me deeply the next week. I respect that for some people it is, but I don't really want my chat just to be talking about the Queen the whole day, which I think is more than fair enough. So, shall we play some F1 Manager? Shall we get a prediction going? Can we even get any points this weekend? That's going to be a challenge in itself, I think, going to Singapore now that we've just had to take all these penalties. But I think we have to do it. I think we have to do it. Mac 2! My dude! See what I did there? That was very clever. 2 years! 24 months of being sub. That deserves a Julian Brandt, yeah. I'm doing it. 2 years, folks! Oh my word, that's a long time. Thank you, mate. I mean, FM23 came out. I thought that's all that people would want to talk about whenever it got announced.
And the humidity causes them to lose as much.
Oh, right. Prediction for the yellow and Ferrari this weekend. When you say the yellow, do you mean the yellow Ferrari? What do we think of Ferrari's livery, chat? Does anyone else feel like they ran out of paint? It's like, I wish they didn't... We were talking about yellow cars, weren't we? Like a stream or two ago. I wish they'd done the whole car yellow. I wish they'd done the whole car yellow. But it's still quite nice. It is actually quite nice. I'll give it to them. Like the rear wing, they should just have Ferrari written on the back of it for the rest of the year. Like I always... Does anyone else feel uncomfortable when they look at Ferrari's wing and it's like not got anything on it normally? Can't just be me. Do I think football this weekend should be cancelled? I mean, that's going to be a divisive thing, isn't it? They're like stuff getting shut down. Do I want to... Okay, chat, I'm going to answer this question, but that is not to stir up a debate for you to all have. Personally, I think it is counterproductive to cancel stuff that people might see as a relief or distraction. I feel like the concept of days of mourning is a tiny bit backwards. And I'm sure it's a discussion that will be had in the weeks to come, but on the eve of Lizzie's passing, it's probably not the best time. Right. We'll put Sergeant in the car. Chat, I've been doing something new recently. I started doing setups between sessions. So, like, what I'll do is I'll set a car up like this. And then we'll do something with this chat. I'm a new me. I've done it for one race and now I'm a changed man. And then we'll just do this. You know, we'll just shuffle these around. We'll put that there. That looks good. And then I simulate the session. We're about to take penalty warnings, so that's fine. Yep. Yep. Simulate. And then we simulate one session at a time. Oh, no. I know. Chat. Now what we do is we check the percentages, 50, 55, and now we do it all over again. I feel like I've got better at the whole sliding the sliders thing. You know, it's an art form that I'm working on. I reckon if we go... That actually might not be a bad start. If we could get the one at the bottom to move more. That's actually... Should we just go with that? That looks good. That looks good to me. That looks logical based on the feedback we've been given. Everyone's redeeming hydrates. I'm going to be chugging a whole bottle of water at this rate when I fill it up in a second. Wait, did I do both cars or just one? I did just one. Good. Well remembered, Jack. Well remembered. Right. Let's fix this chat. See, I am basically a professional F1 manager gamer now. I've always considered myself a bit of a gamer, but this just really, really confirms it, doesn't it? That's good. That'll do me. Right, chat. I feel... does anyone else feel weird doing this? Does AI generate new gen drivers when drivers die? It does. It does. Chat, I feel uncomfortable here. Both our drivers are taking penalties anyway. The number hasn't gone up there. I've been scammed. I've been scammed. Right, next one. Next one. Look, we're learning though. We've got data now. I wish I knew more about the margins, like how far good is on the actual slider to have to move. If we do that, oh god, that's not. Yeah, that's not it, Chief, is it? All right, if we put that there, chat, does it? That looks good, right, for the top and bottom one. Is that a good margin? Is that a good margin? I don't know. What's good? I need to play some more. What happened to Magnussen? We gave Sargent our reserve driver the first session. Chat, I feel dirty doing this. Do people actually enjoy this aspect of the game? That's kind of what I wonder a little bit, because I'm not having fun. It just makes me angry. Like, the reality is, in real life, teams aren't just sat arbitrarily sliding sliders and then going, yeah, that's it, Chiefs. That's just not how... That is not how cars are finitely moved. What am I doing? Jack, you're not meant to touch the top one. Like, is that good? With moving that to that, is that going to be good to optimal there? Just to be clear, chat, getting setups right in real life is part of Formula 1. Completely agree with that. But this isn't how it works in real life. They don't sit there adjusting angles so stuff moves into the sweet spot. It's a gamification of the real thing, but it's just not a very fun gamification. I'll level with you. Don't know how you do make it fun, so yeah, good luck to the devs. But I just find it unenjoyable. I feel like I need to move this. I'm angry, chat. Anyone else? It just annoys me. Why did I decide to do this? Small Don, thank you for some with the Prime. Nice to see you enjoying streaming something different to FM. I'm not enjoying this right now, Small Don. I want to move this one down. How do I get traction down? Wait, traction... I'm an idiot. Traction's the one that gets... No, wait. Traction there. That's fine, right? But then... How am I going to get traction down? Oh, that one. That is the traction-y adjuster. Like that. That, you know what? I really can't be arsed. Get me out! Is that good? Who knows? Who pissed? Get me out of here. Get me. Why did I do this? It was that better. 76. I'll take that. It's not as good as what I did in Alpine, but it's good enough. GUMMY, thank you for redeeming the hydrate. I find the setups. Did I only change one of the cars there? Good. Did as well as AI would normally do. Why am I only doing one driver? Because I forgot to do the other one. We're taking penalty. We're starting at the back of the grid anyway. None of this pissing matters. I'm not the engineer. I'm the brains. I'm the strategy guy. I'm not the... I'm tuning this. Do you really think Bonotto or the people who call strategy in teams are the people sat there changing the angle of all that stuff? Nah. They're not. They're not. I'm going to shatter the illusion. Our cars should be good here, but we've got all these penalties to take. We just need a good safety car. That's what we need.
Should be green now.
I literally just want to set times here and then throw the session because we're starting last. I think Jack just found Ferrari's problem. Bonotto's doing it. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's it. Maybe that is the problem with it all. Right. Clean laps, no traffic. Session's done for us. Round of applause for our qualifying. Chat, whilst this goes forward, I'm going to go fill up my water bottle. Because we might as well just spend our time doing something productive. How have we done in quali there? Look at that. Great performance in quali. Great performance. What's in the penalties? So you get 3 engines that you're allocated in the F1 season. And you can go over that, but you take penalties for it. All 3 engines that I've used for both cars, so 6 engines total, are technical word here. They're f***ed. So I've got to swap them out for a 4th engine for each car, which is above the limits. That's a grid penalty anyway. Both of our ERS kind of power units are kind of on the way out anyway. They're not going to last to the end of the season. And the gearbox are marginal as well. So rather than take penalties this weekend for the engine, in a few weekends take some penalties for new power units, and then potentially have to take gearbox penalties at the same time, I'd rather just take all the penalties now, if that makes sense. We've not got a great car for this track. It's a track that is kind of difficult to overtake on, so it's probably not the best track to take penalties on. But I just feel like if there's a track to basically tank on, this is probably the one. K-Mag did get 10th there. Teo's not done very well. Although it wasn't a massive difference, right. I'm going to manage the session, but I'm just not sending Kevin out.
Because
we're going to start at the back anyway.
It's good. Green light, green light.
Hey, Dan, how's it going? Kevin's not... I'll tell you what, chat, I realised Kevin didn't crash into the wall or spin off or do anything last stream. We did 2 races and nothing happened. Right, we need a prediction for the race. We're going to be starting probably, what, 15th and 16th? Oh, I say that. We actually got to tape. I'm going to start at the back. I reckon if one driver gets points, it's a great day. That's where the benchmark is, I feel like. Sorry, Kevin. You're just going to sit there, mate. Everyone else is going out having fun and Kevin's sat there. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1 anyway. Right. Is there a mod about who could set up a prediction on will we score points?
There's been a crash.
There's been a crash. There's been a crash. There's been a crash, but to who? Chris Kamara over the bridge. Oh, that piece is very dangerous. Did you see that? It's like a bloody boomerang. Right, I do need to drink for the hydrate. I've drank so much today. Right, I drank lots, chat. Can we get points? Will we score any points? Singapore is hard to overtake on. We're going to be starting at the back because of all the penalties. But we've got fresh, like, everything's fresh now.
Welcome to race
so that's
day.
good.
And before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
We've almost taken as many penalties here as Manchester United gave away. Actually, I say that. United only gave away one. Did the United game finish 1-0, chat? It was 1-0 and then I went and had a nap before I streamed. That's what I thought of the game as a whole. I went and had a nap at 1-0 after the handball was given, the penalty was good. I thought, I'm going to go nap. Hey, J-Mobs, I appreciate the kind words. Right, chat, prediction is live. Will we score points? Will we score points? We are starting 20th and 9th. We're starting at the back. We already knew that. Honestly, our best strategy here is just to go on the mediums and just sit around waiting for a safety car and hope that a safety car comes. And if it comes early, we go on to hards, and if it comes late, we go on to softs. That is the plan for the weekend with us at the back. Because I think we can actually make up some places. I'll be honest, I didn't think it was a penalty. Hot take, everyone. Didn't think Manchester United should have had a penalty given against them. It was a bit mental, wasn't it? Right. Singapore. I've talked about this. I'm really sad that I'm taking penalties here because Singapore is actually one of my favourite tracks on the calendar. I think it's wicked.
Cloudy skies tonight,
but
with the drivers now having
it's not a great spot to be in.
Grid.
Iversev, mate, thank you so much for the 3 months. 20th to 1st this race, methinks. I hope you're right.
So
I hope you're right with an attitude like that. Apparently chat believes. Are we believing in Teo or Magnussen, chat? Chat, if you're someone who's predicted us to get points, who are you actually relying on to do it for us? Both. I mean, that'd be mucho bueno. Also, the game's quite loud for me, but I think the volume's okay for you. Right, should we watch from the back? Teo Picher, he's sat at the back. I'd like to get past the Williams and Aston Martin to start things today. I tell you what, chat, I was faster than the alert there on Iversev sub. I'm faster than the bot. There can be a lot of safety cars here. This is definitely a track where safety cars could make it possible. Oh my word. It's getting racy. Is this... Oh, it's Mick. What's everyone on? Okay, lots of people on softs. The AlphaTauri is the only team that have followed us on the mediums to start. I wonder if you could go hards to the end in this race. I bet you could. But surely everyone else would do that too with the safety car. Just got here. Why are you last? We took lots of penalties today. Actually, we got bad overnight. I just realised that Bichet got past Kevin. All we need is Mick to crash. You know, that's all we need. That could change the race in our favour. Kingpin redeemed a hydrate. Any reason I kicked Mick, he's not very good. He's not a good driver in game. Can you run on hard to the full race? You have to stop, Dan. But if there's like a safety car lap 1 or a red flag lap 1, you could theoretically put on the hards to the end. If you didn't start on them. Okay, Bashir did actually manage to get Mick there. That's good. That's nice. Everyone like that, except the Mick fans. But do they really exist?
Haas with an overtake.
These Williams are so slow. Oh my god. Get out of the way! We have literally, because of how slow Yuki's going in 17th, we are out of DRS range on Stroll after 1 lap. It's bloody annoying. Do we need to redeem a bathroom break soon? Brian, I'll be honest, I've drank so much today. Do you ever have days, chat, where you just can't stop drinking? That sounds like a mental sentence to say with no context, but sometimes I have a day where it's just like, I want to just drink. Today was that day. There was just so much going on.
Haas
Oh
with
my!
an overtake there.
He's just threaded the needle with his 97 overtaken or whatever. He's gone through a wall there. We don't discuss it. We don't discuss it. Smithy, thank you for subbing with the tier 1. Welcome aboard. Chat, we are almost at 1,100 subs, which is madness. I want to watch this move again. This move was mad. He threaded the needle 3 wide through there. 3 wide, and he's just... See ya. See ya. That's just the car being slow. Hey, Anydo, yeah, we've taken lots of penalties for new engines and stuff today. Official terminology, new engines and stuff. How did you research an O-clip? What you do is you press Alt F4, Tebo. Right. Back into neutral, lads. We've got to chill now. If they crash into each other, I'll be upset. But at the same time, if there's a race for them to mess around racing each other, this is probably a good one. Oh, it looks so pretty, Singapore. I saw some posts on Reddit because I think is the Singapore Grand Prix 3 weeks away? They've started like putting in all the seating and stuff in Singapore for the grandstand here on the right. In real life, like, it's all getting set up. I feel like Singapore gets a lot of hate unnecessarily. Hey, Harry, how was my day? My day was a bit chaotic for a number of reasons. I haven't actually... If today's F1 Manager video gets 2,000 likes, I've not actually finished recording the video. That has to go up tomorrow. Because I was about to sit down and record it, and then the FM23 news happened, and then there was other news that happened during the day that was kind of a bit distracting when I was trying to record. So I'm just a video behind at the moment. The Williams is so bad, isn't it? They were slow last year, 3 seconds behind already. What was the FM23 news? There was a release date, November 8th. I did a video on YouTube, but you can also find it on Twitter, which tells you everything you need to know in under a minute. So, if you want to know everything that you need to know, just go watch that video. I'm wondering if the football I was going to go see on Sunday is going to be cancelled. I'm like 99% sure it is, which means I will be able to watch the F1. So, silver lining, I suppose. I can watch the Formula 1 that I didn't think I was going to be able to watch. So we'll see. Right, can we keep up the gap? Oh yeah, the NFL season starts. I've talked about this on stream before. I used to be really into the NFL for a couple of years. I lived with a guy who was a Seahawks fan. I was at university. I could have a degenerate sleeping pattern for West Coast games. And I don't know, I fell off the sport at some point. I just don't... I have too many interests. Between F1, hockey and football, I feel like that's as many sports as I can realistically follow to the detail I like to follow. It starts tonight! I didn't even realise that. That shows how out the loop I am, chat. We are just stuck behind these Aston Martins. I'm tempted to do something that could be really stupid, but it could also be the biggest brain strat ever. What if I just pit now for hards? What if I just gone to hards to the end? Magnussen can maybe overtake with his overtaking stat. Thing is, if a safety car happens, then that strategy is so bad. We don't need to worry about the fuel too much. Reese, mate, thank you so much for swimming for 2 months. Happy 2 months, still hate from. You and me both, buddy. You and me both.
And lift off.
Oh, this is going to be the race, isn't it? Oh, my God. I was really looking forward to Singapore, but we can't even clear the shit boxes. We might as well go forward a little bit quicker here. Okay. We have actually made the move on one of the shit boxes, so that's good.
New race position for Haas.
We've used all our battery there in overtake. That's not good. Did he actually make the move, though? Oh, he did actually make the move. Things we love to see.
Good job so far.
Good job so far, Teo. Right, Teo's up to 15th. Magnussen is still stuck behind both Addons.
So you can push
It's a bloody disaster. K-Mag is going to just have to harvest now. I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're going to need a very lucky safety car, I think, to make something work. Ideally, everybody started on softs pits, and then after they've pitted, a safety car happens. If we pit now, we pretty much guarantee ourselves no points. Finishing Season 2 tonight. There's like 6 races left, Dale. I'm not streaming until 7 AM. At least that's not my plan. I hope I'm not streaming till then. There's been multiple cars crash. What happened? Safety car! Safety car! Sonoda's out the race. Did the 2 Williams hit each other?
Safety.
Hards to the end. Well, right, the pit. I think loads of the cars cleared the pits as well. I think the two Williams hit each other.
Now let's look at this.
That's Mick behind. Mick is the driver behind. He's just killed Yuki. He's been hit into the Shadow Realm. Right, the AI was all past the pit entrance, so we are the only team pitting this lap. I mean, this could be good. Mick is our inside man, chat. I wonder if anyone will pit now. Mick Schumacher is our inside man. We're pitting for hards to the end. I'm very surprised the AI hasn't pitted there. Was that a Yu-Gi-Oh reference? No comment, Your Honour. A suspicious crash at Singapore could never happen, could it, chat?
Cover that.
Could never happen. Safety car's in this lap. Oh, pissing out. Right. Pause. I did not mean to hit the speed up button. I don't like pausing, but I accidentally hit the wrong one. Right, lads, we need to catch up with the safety car here. Get your game on. Will we catch the safety car? Even if we don't, this is still a good spot. This is still a very, very good spot.
Make sure we get a good restart.
We're not gonna catch them, but it's actually okay. It was still worth pitting when we did. So we're now on hards to the end. They are a little bit marginal, so we can't push too hard. We're at the back of a train now of cars that all have to stop. This is okay. This is fine. We kind of want to conserve fuel and conserve everything. And then when everyone else pits, whenever that is, that's when we go. Can we give a big thank you to Mick there? How's Mick doing? Mick, are you okay, mate? Oh no, chat. He never caught up the pack. He never caught up the pack. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Shut on.
Mick wanted points for us today. And that you have to respect. So the question is, how long is the AI going to stay out before it pits on all the softs? We probably are going to have to clear the Aston Martins. Did Mick start on the mediums? I kind of want to tell both our drivers to get aggressive just to try and clear the Astons. In fact, we'll tell Magnussen to save because he's behind Teo. Teo, you have a go. If you can't do it, we'll swap the
They'll
drivers.
come to us.
Copy that.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy.
I'll feel bad for Yuki. Did Yuki get taken out of one of the other races as well? Yeah, we are low down because of penalties, but then we did also pit under the safety car very, very early. The issue for our whole strategy is if there's a safety car later in the race, we haven't got another set of hards to go on to, and all the other teams can just put on the hards. And I probably won't be able to do that, so I'll just have worse hards for the whole race.
DRS is in.
You know, it's the AI doing 2-stops and easy 1-stop races. Spain is bad for it. Spain is the race that I've noticed is particularly bad for that, Dan. I've not noticed it at too many other places. Okay, Alonso's just pitted on soft, so we could see people pit in this lap, but if that happens, we still have to get past Zhou, because Zhou is not on softs, he's on the mediums. And Vettel and Albon are also going to be in the way. Push, 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 push. He's getting blocked by his teammate. Lock up into your Actually, don't do that. Oh. Piss off. Everything's fine. I'm fine. I'm calm. I handled it well. Hey, Jamie B, how's it going? Hey, Vintage Crispy, what have you missed in Season 2 on my word? Nothing really happened. We were very crap to begin with, then we got better. Today we've taken in engine penalties. But it's not been a bad season. It's been a season of recovering, I feel like, after an awful start. Okay, Alonso went on to hards to the end. I expect everyone else to do that. When am I second K-Mag? End of the season. Oh. This shit, right. Teo. Let Kevin through. Let Kevin have a go when Kevin catches up. Teo needs to charge his battery.
Come on.
Got it.
Did anyone else pit that lap? No one pitted the lap after Alonso.
Copy that.
What if they're going to go soft mediums? It's going to be weird. Right, we're going to have one last go with Teo here. Because he's so close behind. If you can get... Oh, he's just let... I turned off the button! I turned it off! I hate everything. I'm fine. Okay, Magnussen's got DRS. He has to clear Zhou.
Shut on.
Which is the Aston Martin on the right with the yellow rim tyres. Because he is going to go long on the yellows. The guy with the red tyres is going to stop in the next few laps. There might be a chance here, but it's very, very difficult. The next DRS zone isn't for a few more corners. How did we do at Monza? I think we got a 2.5 at Monza. Oh my god, these guys are so slow. Right, next DRS zone is here. If I'm not mistaken. Is there a DRS zone here? Yeah, okay, it is. Thing is, the one Aston Martin is getting DRS off the other. I think we'll pass easily once one of the Astons stops. Hey, Nim, how's it going, mate? This game is fun. How are you doing, though? I feel like I'm now responsible for just your different gaming habits. I can only apologise. I do need a yoghurt, Stu. I feel like I might need a yoghurt if we can't make this work here. But no one's pitting on the softs. If there's another safety car, we are... Official terminology, we are f***ed. He's so slow, Zhou. Mate, you are so slow right now. Move your ass. You're playing as Alpha. Oh, nice. Have you kept Zhou around? In this save game, the AI did not rate him highly. Oh, please. Please. Both of them in one. Both of them in... Kevin Magnussen. You are... Kevin, when you don't crash, mate, I actually quite like you.
Copy that.
Okay, Kevin might have a chance, chat, for us. He's got Danny Rick next up the road. That's what we needed. He's still got to make up a lot of time, but everyone in front of us has got a pit.
To gain a few places.
The issue is that we're going to be managing our tyres at the end. Don't sack him. Thing is, he crashes a lot. Joe's doing all right for me, but he's not progressing that quick. Joe's a really weird driver in real life, because he was leading Formula 2 when he was announced by Alfa Romeo. And one of the reasons he was able to get his drive is because he was bringing in lots of Chinese sponsorship money. And then when he was leading the F2 Championship, but by the end of the season, he slipped down quite a lot. So there's kind of a lot of question marks. But actually, this year, he's done pretty well for a rookie. Like, there's been rookies that I think have done better in F2 than he has. And have done worse in F1. It's like that weird jump up, right? In some sports, you can be really good at a lesser level or in a different, in a slower vehicle, whatever. Okay, cars are pitting. That's good. That's really good. Wait, so Magnussen's overtaken them all. Oh, this is good. Prix's got past them too. We didn't lose as much time as I thought. Chat, this is good. This is good. Let's all remain calm. This is very good. The issue is these guys who go a lap longer might pull away. That's why I've got Magnussen just pushing hard now. Oh, a move here would be really nice. If you can make it stick. Please, 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 please. I'm begging you. I'm begging the game. Just stay ahead of Joe. Just stay at... Thank you. Oh, my word. Teo. You know what? You might be my favourite French person ever. Oh, there, I said it. That's a big thing as well. I have lots of favourite French people, but Teo Prix might be up there right now. Yeah, Nim, the streams of this game have been mad. Like, it's been... I enjoy F1 anyway, so playing this game's been just a blast. But I'm pleasantly surprised how many people are watching this game. I mean, it's good that you're all here. Please don't leave now I've said that. But like, I'm just I normally scream at people on a football pitch. But apparently me screaming at cars is more entertaining. Right. When are these guys in front all pitch at? We could be in first and second. We've still got to get past Albon and Vettel. Okay, bye. No, chat. No. No. Please don't leave. I'm begging you. For the first time ever, my parents told me they were proud of me watching my F1 Manager streams. Please don't leave. That's not actually true. They've still not said they're proud of me. Moving on. Okay, a few cars pitted, including Perez, who was running in the lead. Both our cars are now ahead, but we are going to have more wear. We are going to have more wear, which is not good. I've joined for the F1, but I have a copy of FM22, and I'm seriously considering having a pop. I mean, look, FM22, is FM22 like free at the moment with like Amazon Prime Gaming, whatever it's called this day of the week? Amazon changed their name all the time. I've accidentally paused. I think FM22 is free at the moment, isn't it? It's free game, everyone. I mean, surely you're just going to redeem it anyway, just to flex on all your friends how many games you've got in your Epic Games library or something. How much longer till FM23? It got announced today, Nim, so it's out on November 8th, but there will be a beta that they always do, where if you pre-order, they have like an early access switch they flick, like at least 2 weeks before release. I was surprised actually how much they announced with the FM23 stuff today. But I imagine they were in a really awkward spot in terms of they announced loads of FM23 stuff today. But obviously then there was the whole situation with the Queen. And I noticed on their actual socials they didn't really post anything. I can only assume that there was like, the date was set for today at 3 o'clock and they sent everything out and then all the news came out. And at that point it was too late to basically pull the brakes. The train has left. The train is going full speed. Realistically, you're not going to be able to contact every retailer who has all the graphics, all the press who have stuff and say, hey, don't publish this at this time. So they kind of just had to let it happen and hope that it wasn't that bad. Which, to be fair, I think it worked out okay. I mean, to be fair, they never really announced that much stuff with this initial wave anyway. Like, normally it's just a case of, hey, there's a game this year, here's when it's out, and then the features come weeks, if not months later. But they did show, I mean, they revealed, right, the fact that it's going to be on PlayStation 5, which is pretty big, And they revealed, obviously, the UEFA licensing stuff. But that's all just because they legally have to show that stuff. Yeah, I did see Miles's tweet a little after the fact. Right, chat. We're running in first and second because we pitted on under the safety car and managed to get past the Aston. I don't want to speak too loudly, but unless Magnussen crashes, we could win this race. There's a yellow flag. Who's had a moment? I'm looking around at the radar. Does anyone else do this? Whenever you get the little thing pop up, you look at the radar, you're like studying it. Oh, Mick.
Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Mick.
They go wide, right off the racing line.
You can get FM22 for free, Ronan. He's not having a good day, is he? I wonder if they'll play the Champions League music when the match starts. Yeah, they've got the Champions League license, haven't they? And obviously the Europa League and Conference League. I'm hoping that, because like, if you've ever managed in the Bundesliga, you will have seen they have like custom graphics for like the lineups, custom goal pop-ups and stuff. I'm kind of hoping that with all the Champions League stuff, they do that and then a little bit more with it. Be really, really cool. Can you hire Mick again just to sack him so he doesn't have a seat anywhere? It's tempting, isn't it? Okay, so Leclerc's now pitting. Chat, why are they going medium? Ferrari? You've got... Ferrari? They have to pit again on him because they've only used the same tyre. Did they start soft? I swear he had the mediums on there. Chat, did he have the mediums on when he pulled up, or was I not paying attention? Oh my god, what just happened? Verstappen nearly hit Leclerc. Were they on softs? I feel like the tyres showed mediums. I take it all back. Ferrari, you're bloody brilliant at the game. Is this a back marker? No. This is AlphaTauri, who haven't pitted yet, but might not pit for a while. Zhou still hasn't pitted behind us. Is Zhou holding up people? Zhou, are you doing a... No, he's not really. Everyone's really far behind. Let's be patient. We can use this tailing as a chance to harvest the batteries. Sorry, chat. Why can people get FM22 for free? It's through like Amazon's, games stuff. What's it called this week? Amazon Games with Prime, whatever it's called. Hey, Sheedy, I'm doing good. I'm not over the football last night, but we won't talk about it. Ferrari's too good at strategy. Yeah, the game is unrealistic. They need to fix it. Yeah, to be fair, that is a valid point. We can here check what tyre they were on, chat. Oh yeah, he did start on the softs. Well, man, we are going to have to make our hards last a long time here to the end. It's weird how, Sainz pitted, 3 laps before Leclerc. And with Leclerc, they decided to put him on the mediums for that 3-lap difference. The mediums have a really good life here, though. The AlphaTauris are fighting. That's kind of good and bad for us. I mean, it'd be good if Kevin made the move. What's the gap now between us and Perez? Perez is 5 seconds behind Pichère. And Pichere's a little bit behind here, actually. Probably don't want it save with Pichère. Chat, I need to go to the toilet because you redeem loads of hydrates. Can I trust you guys to be in charge? I'll let you watch Mick. That's my deal, chat. You have to manage my team, but I'll let you watch Mick cinematically in the meantime. Is that a fair trade? Right, chat, look after Mick. Let me know if he does anything stupid. I'll be back in a minute. Enjoy your... This is your quality alone time, I feel like, with him, because you don't get this often. I wouldn't do this normally.
Who's that just crashed?
Safety car. Stay positive.
Copy that.
happened? I was taking a leak and then I heard safety car. What happened? Chat, what happened? I was stood up taking a leak and I just hear safety car, safety car. Who's out? Signs is out. We don't pit here. The guys in front of us might. Chat, did I miss the chance to show a replay? We'll be able to make our hards last longer now. Hamilton took out signs. If only this game had a replay system after the race, it'd be so good. It makes making videos very difficult. If I pit here, we come out behind a load of other cars. We just had to gamble on the fact this is a tricky track to overtake on. Can you guys not remember last year where we had the heroics of Prix where he just blocked for ages? If I pit for mediums, I end up behind them. If I pit for mediums, I come out behind the guys on mediums. If I stay in front of them, at least I've got track position. I can't believe we've got another safety car. So the Alpha Tauris haven't pitted on their mediums. They realistically, they should have pitted then. This is good for our fuel, though, and also our tyres. This is going to allow us to really charge everything up. Oh. So I could... Oh, Hamilton had to pit. Mick is ahead. Chat. Mick is ahead of Hamilton. Sir Mick is ahead of Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Energy's good.
Copy that.
What a moment. They put him on softs. Does he run into the end on softs? I wonder if he didn't have more mediums to go on to. And he didn't have any hards to go on to. Because he went medium hard. Let's have a look. They went soft, medium, soft. Bizarre. I can't explain that. They're worn softs as well. I think they must have done a lap or two on them. I guess they just didn't have any mediums to go on to, but that is a weird... To be fair, there's not really a good choice. They probably should just retire the car.
Safety car will be in this lap.
Copy that.
Do we try and clear the Alpha Tauris as quick as we can? Is that a valid strategy here on this restart? Pichet's going to have a good camera angle here. Look at this! It's got a little train going. So, Zhou directly behind us hasn't pitted yet. And then the three cars behind him have pitted but are on mediums. Zhou's on worn tyres, so I'm hoping that he will just shield us and we can just get up the road as fast as we can.
Copy.
Albon's in first of a race, chat. The Albon stands out there are loving this. There's no DRS, but they're on used mediums. I'm hoping we can get them down the first DRS zone, even though DRS isn't active. This has been a weird race so far. Sainz is out. Hamilton's done Mick already, chat. I'm sorry to the Mick fans. He's been done. It's just a great big shame. While everyone's packed like close together like this, there's a pretty good chance of more incidents. These guys in front have got to stop again on their mediums. That's why I kind of just want to clear them. But it's going to be tough, I think, without DRS. We'll let Magnus have a proper push. Prix can just sit behind a little bit. And just... if Magnussen gets by, then Prix can have a proper go pushing. There's no way Lewis is going to make those softs last to the end, though, right, chat? Like, that's, what, 41 laps he will have done on them? I can't believe he took out Sainz. Right, Zhou, can you do us a favour, mate? Zhou is already... I'm going to say he's already been dropped. He really hasn't. Whenever these Alpha Tauris in front pit, we need Zhou to go a little bit longer. Thing is, I've got to clear both the Alpha Tauris, which is very, very difficult. I think realistically we're just saving with Prix whilst we push with Magnussen, but I don't think we're going to clear these Alpha Tauris, and I think by the time both of them are gone, Zhou will have gone pitted as well, and we're going to be defending for our life against Sergio Perez and Leclerc, who are on mediums. But if we pitted, we would have given up track position on them anyway. It probably wouldn't have been worth it. Hey, Oxerman, welcome to the stream. How's it going? This is going to be tricky, I think. I think we just have to wait out the AlphaTauri pit stop, sadly. I'm a bit scared to get too aggressive on the tyres as well. DRS is enabled though. This is the lap where both drivers could get past at once. And I'm going to encourage them to really go for it here. The issue is both AlphaTauris are going to have DRS. Well, the back AlphaTauri is going to have DRS for the other one. If there was one of them in isolation, it'd be fine. Up the inside, that works. It's going to be very difficult to make the move stick. Oh my word. Oh, okay. Well, plus point, Albon's now not in DRS range of Vettel. Not so good news. We're getting chased. Am I getting more KFC? Not at the moment. Oh, chat. The clips recently on the Clips channel have been doing very well. And also, thank you to everyone who's been watching the VODs on YouTube as well. I feel like I haven't said that enough. If you are a VOD watcher watching on YouTube now, watching along in the distant future, I appreciate you. K-Mag just can't get by. Albon won't have DRS here, though, so this is a pretty good chance. It's probably the chance for the lap. Right. Trichet's going to have a go. Swap the drivers.
This is good. Come on. Save fuel.
Copy that.
Can we get Teo by? Who am I sacking K-Mag for? I'm looking at Lando. I'm looking at Lando, thinking Lando would be very, very good. McLaren have been awful in this save game. They've not given him a competitive car. He's going into his last year of his contract with them. It feels too logical.
Switch out, truck.
And because he's in his last contract, I think his buyout will be cheaper as well, because he's quite expensive to get normally. I hope we can get Albon here, otherwise we are in trouble. Okay, that's got to be the move, right? That's got to be the move, right? Can Kevin follow through? Not like a poo, just to be clear. Just like, you know, get through to... I made this awkward. Move on, move on, move on. I felt like that clarification was necessary, then I realised it definitely wasn't. Drivers don't decline in the game when they're old, but they will cease to develop. Like, their development just slows down massively. The weird thing is, right, although F1 is physical, it's not like the same as, say, football, where stats need to massively go down. Or at least they shouldn't just decline because someone's old. Like, you look at Fernando Alonso, aged 40. Like, he's getting in the points every week with an Alpine car and doing very, very well with it. With a bit more fortune, he'd be way ahead of Ocon. And, like, yeah, he's 40. And it's a case of, well, he's probably not getting better, but should he really be declining? I think he's talked about it a lot himself. Like, he's driving some of the best drives he's had in recent times. Reaction should go down. I'd love to actually see the reaction time. You know, they show the reaction times of drivers at start. I would love to see Alonso's compared to everyone else's. Has he actually got the old man slow reflexes, or has he managed to keep them? Tom H, mate, thank you so much for subbing with the Prime. Welcome aboard. Chat, we are slowly moving towards 1,100 followers. I've never had more than 1,000 followers. We're currently 25 away. So if you've got your Twitch Prime, you know, you've been saving that free coupon that Jeff Bezos gives you every month, maybe use it here. It is appreciated, and we've got loads of new emotes coming soon, which is very exciting. What did I say, chat? Did I not say subs? What did I say? Did I misspeak? Brain power. I can't use brain power. Did I say followers? I mean, I've never had more than 1,000 followers. Half you are bots. No, I do appreciate it. Matt010989, thank you for some of the Prime. Badgerman, thank you for some of the Prime. And Lucas Viola, thank you for some of the Prime as well. I didn't expect 3 people to do it at once. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the Jeff Bezos coupon. I'd like to thank you all for 1,000 followers. Ignore the other... Actually, we are getting really close to 50,000 followers. And I've never been really someone who stares at, like, the follower numbers on Twitch. But 50,000's a bloody big number. So if you are one of the 50,000, thank you. If you're not one of the almost 50,000, you should follow the stream as well. Should do that. Good idea. We're here most of the time. So if you want to know when I'm here, you should totally do that. Andy D88. I don't know why I paused for the D88. I felt like I needed a pause. Mate, he's just coming with the boom. Thank you for resubbing for 22 months. And Fodovsky, thank you for subbing with the Prime as well. Who's just gone off? What just happened? What just happened? Where's Vettel gone?
We've just had a spin.
Oh.
Let's see
Oh, that makes sense.
Look at this. It was the Alpha
What
Tower
happened?
driver.
Oh, he was in the lead. Did Teo hit him?
Very nasty spin.
Did Teo hit him? He didn't touch him. Sheeny's just coming with the 10 gifted. Get the yars in the chat. You know what I said about old drivers not retiring? Now get it so they do decline. Vettel's washed. He's washed. Right, if Prix pushes here, you might be able to get out of DRS in the Alpha Tauri.
Got it.
Oh my word. Don't fight your teammate. 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 We can chill now.
This is good.
This is very good. We're running in P1 and P pissing 2. Don't balls it up. Now we chill. We've got Zhou. We've got Albon. Unfortunately, Perez did get past Zhou, so we're now looking at Albon thinking, Albon, please protect us. Riley, thank you very much for subbing with the Prime as well. Chat, how many subs are we on now? Where did that get us to? We're on 1,092. That's a big number. Right. Perez, don't get past Albon. Albono. Our tyres haven't gone. Yours haven't gone. Just make this work. This is scary because Perez is on mediums. And whilst they are going to wear more than us, they are faster tyres and they are also a faster car. Panda Batter, thank you for subbing with the tier 1 chat. This is mad. And Jake GH, I choose to believe the GH is for Guitar Hero. Jake GH96, mate, thank you for subbing with the Prime as well. Guys, you are absolutely mad. This would be the perfect time for K is what we're calling him now, apparently, to bin it into the back of young Teo. If that happens, chat, I will just not stream for the rest of the night, just so you guys know. If we throw this from here and look like a bunch of f***ing w***ers, I've actually turned off one of my monitors there. Let's turn it back on. The beepy button is right next to my monitor. Marcy! Wow, that is generous of you. Thank you for the 2 gifted. More yars. I'm getting more. We need more yars. If you are subbed right now, please get your yar spam in the chat. Get the yars.
Good job. Keep pushing.
I kind of want Kevin to hold up the cars behind so Teo can pull away. Teo, if you could hold up... sorry, Kevin, if you hold everyone up, that is going to get Teo through here. And Teo can get clear. Big Man Bronson, thank you for some of the prize. Just keep the yar spam going, chat. Keep the yars. Jack, how many yogurts can you buy for $2.50? Enough for a day. Maybe 1 meal. When is the Union Brand sound clip from? It's from the... I was doing the network game with Zealand, Dr. Benji and Lelujo. It's Football Manager for the new people around here. And me and Z were watching... What's happening? Twisted Muppets coming with the 5 gifted and... Oh God. Oh, gone it... What is this username? Okay, I'm going to get this. Chat, how do you say this name that's popped up? Please tell me. All gone it. Yezarob. That's my best. I can only Rob. I'm calling you Rob. I hope that's okay. Rob, thank you for subbing the Prime. And Twisted Muppet came with the 5 gift. There's going to be a yar in a second. I'm bracing myself for the yar. Or did it do them in the different order? I'm adding yars. I want more yars. We'll just go with Rob. Rob's good, isn't it? Yeah, chat, we're working towards 50,000 followers. I don't know what we do at 50,000 followers. I've not planned that far ahead. Oh, piss off. Oh, Kevin, what happened? Kevin, what are you doing? Mikey, thank you for subbing with the Prime.
We're good to push.
You got to resign at 50k? Absolutely not. Kevin, he was doing so well. How did Albon get past? Albon's on, like, tired mediums. Kevin just makes me angry. He makes me angry as a person. Chat, we now have 1,100 followers. That is actually, I've said followers again. Subscribers. That is a mind-blowing number. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Am I a Leeds fan? No. I might be a Liverpool fan. Potentially. I don't want to say it too loudly. The thing is, Albon's quite slow too, so whilst it's not good for Kevin, as long as Albon stays between Perez and Poucher, this is good. Yeah, the Mark Viduka song, I will admit, that is a bit perplexing for new viewers. The abridged story is that my flatmate at university, called Tom, was a massive Middlesbrough fan, and before nights out, he would play the Mark Viduka version of Hallelujah. And at some point, I started playing it on stream when stuff went wrong in Football Manager, whilst praying to the spirits of Mark Viduka, and in doing so, it made our team play better in Football Manager. So I basically sold my soul to Mark Viduka. Now, I've said all of that. All of that stuff happened like 7 years ago, so you probably sat there thinking, Jack, why haven't you updated the sub sound? I don't know what I'd have instead, so it's just part of the furniture at this point. You know, like in your house, you have that bit of furniture, or if you've moved house a few times, you have that one thing that you know you don't need, but you just kind of have it around for no reason. It serves no practical purpose, but you don't want to throw it out. That's me with the Viduka song. VLGZZZ. I'm choosing to believe that's how I say your name. Thank you so much for subbing for a second month with the tier 1. It should just be Kevin. It should just be Kevin. Maybe it could just be me shouting Kevin. Jack, you could have had Graham Potter now that boat has sailed. What are you going to do? We've got Klopp. In Jurgen, I trust. In Jurgen, I trust, I think. We just need to get Thiago back. Get Thiago back, and Joe Gomez makes me scared. Omni/1983, thank you for subbing with the pros. Chat, you guys have gone mad. It turns out I should just ask you all to sub more often, and that apparently works. But no, seriously, I'm really, really grateful. It's mind-blowing. I think we get another emote slot in another 100. Like, Twitch does this thing where every time you get a certain number of subs, you get a new emote. But when you get to 1,000, they then go, nah, you need to get another 200 every time. I think about, but to me, it's like a crazy number. I know some of the biggest channels on Twitch have like 50,000 subs or some mind-blowing, you know, the ridiculous channels out there. They must have like 1 billion emotes. Skelts, thank you for subbing with the Prime as well. Oh, please, please, Kevin. Kevin, this is your moment. This is your moment. All turns were slow. Oh my, I thought he was going to do Perez there. Kevin, if you want to take out Perez, that might get Poucher the race win. Or just do that. That's fine too. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not upset. Poucher's not really pulling away from Perez. It's a bit scary. That was a proper Lampard sentence. Yeah, you know, I feel like sometimes, but seriously. Oh, I won't do it, chat. I'm not turning into Frank Lampard. Once you hit 10k subs, it's 60 emotes and that's it. Oh, okay. I'm uneducated. Right, Magnussen just crash into the back of Perez. Like, there's a time to crash. So it's Singapore. No one said. I realise I referenced Singapore and intentional crashing quite a lot. A few years ago now, Renault I was going to say they may or may not have. No, they were found guilty of it. They may have instructed one of their drivers to crash intentionally so that their other driver could win the race. Which, you might be starting thinking, Jack, is that against the rules in Formula 1? You know, if you're a new F1 fan. Yes, it is very much against the rules to tell one of your drivers to crash on purpose. If you want to find out more about it, search Crashgate on YouTube, and there's some videos on it you can watch. Look, Alonso was never found guilty, chat. Alonso did not know. Allegedly. It couldn't be proven that he did know his teammate was going to crash. Do I think Potter was the right person for Chelsea? I love Graham Potter as a manager. He has some really good videos on the coach's voice, which I highly recommend. Some of them are from when he was managing in Sweden, dissecting like when they played Arsenal in the was it the Conference League or the Europa League? It doesn't matter which it was. It was in Europe. I'm scared to see what Graham Potter can do with world-class players, because I think what he's been able to do with a budget at Brighton is mighty, mighty impressive. I'm not 100% sure if it is going to translate to, you know, as well, I suppose, when he goes to a team which has quite a lot of money and has had a lot of money thrown at it. But it's bloody exciting. Are those videos about football or general coaching? There's a bit of a mix on the coach's voice, but they have managers who break down specific performances. I watched one recently by Sean Dyche talking about his Burnley team when they won at Anfield 1-0. So when Liverpool have been on a 60-game unbeaten home run. And he talks about his team and how Burnley set up to get the result there. It's some of the best content on YouTube. Like, The Coach's Voice is the name of the YouTube channel. Like, they have really, like, they have proper managers on. They talk through games, you know, the rationale behind team selections. It's so, like, it's some of the best content on the internet. I'm a bit concerned that Pichère can't hold back Perez for the rest of the race. I don't want to say I don't believe in our driver. I don't think he can do it. But we can try. We can try. That's gone well, hasn't it? That's gone. The Red Bull is just faster than Turns out, chat, the Red Bull is just faster than our car. Who would have thought?
Red Bull gained a place.
The issue is Leclerc's right behind us, and so is Verstappen, and they're both fast. I think I might have to tell Kevin to hold up everyone else. Kevin might have to hold up cars behind so that Teo can hold on to second. Albon in front has got to pit again.
Copy that.
But I think with Kevin, our best bet is basically just to use him as a big blocker for Leclerc and Verstappen and Russell. I don't think Russell will get us, actually, but this Red Bull and the Ferrari definitely can. Being fast seems like a decent strategy. Yeah, it turns out, even if you time your pits to perfection like we did, if you have a quick car, that also circumvents the issues a lot of the times. How do you do, Jack? Weirdly, you're not appearing in my online Twitch list on Twitch. Maybe I'm not online, chat. Maybe this is all pre-recorded. Do-do-do-do. I need I need some like X-Files music to play right now. If Pichère can just stay behind Perez, that's fine. If Magnussen can start to hold up Leclerc and Verstappen, that's good. I don't think Magnussen will hold on to third at the end. We started on mediums, Frappuccino, and then we pitted very early on when a safety car happened on lap 8 for hards that I'm going to try and make last to the end. Zoom in for proof. Chat, this is live. Is that good enough proof? Pichère got the move. Teo, where did you do this? People hate on Teo, but he can bloody... He's a racer. How did he do this?
Now just focus.
Oh, he had DRS. I mean, that helps. Order a KFC to prove you're live. I've not ordered... Chat, KFC is a bad luck food.
Goodness me. There they go.
I talked about the new emotes, chat, that are coming. So for people who didn't see it earlier, we've got a new curry dog and a new G emote on the way, but there's some emotes of me. And there'll be one that is me eating popcorn. But then if you do like the... What's it called? Where it's like a tier 2 sub? The slightly more expensive sub. There's one where it's me eating KFC instead of popcorn. So that's going to be fun. Jack, if this isn't pre-recorded, who's the York City manager? Is it bad that I don't know who the York City manager is? No disrespect to York. The last time I was in York, I was trying to get home from an event and all the trains were cancelled and I couldn't get out of York. And it had been like the races had been on and it was just full of people pissed at the train station from watching horses race all day. And when you're completely sober, surrounded by a massive group of people who are waiting for the same bus as you because the trains are off, it's not fun. It's not. So that's why I don't like York or York City FC. Although, is it the Jorvik Museum? The Viking Museum? Good museum. Kevin lost DRS. That's fine. We've instructed him to hold up the drivers behind. We are going to get overtaken by Leclerc and Verstappen. With Kevin, it's basically a case of him trying to slow them down so they don't catch Pichère as quickly. Is it the Jorvik Museum in Yorkshire? Is that the name of the museum? Right, Kevin's doing a great job. Kevin, you've just got to make your car wide. Look at the train, chat. Look at this Kevin train. Pichère and Perez are fighting at the front.
Now just focus on the Haas.
If you think it's not live, then how is he reading chat? Well, the thing is, Astro, the chat is actually full of bots that I have timed with this pre-recorded video, including yourself. You just don't know it. Come on, Kevin, slow them all down. Choo-choo. The chat is full of paid actors. I can confirm, chat. Well, some of you are paid. Most of you are volunteers. Do Regents have game faces? I actually don't know. Look at it. This is art. This is beautiful by K-Mag. Also, chat, good bit of news I've just remembered. I say good bit of news. It's not that exciting, but I know a few people have been asking, like, Jack, do you have a code for F1 Manager, like a store I can get it from, where there's some kickback? Good news, everyone. I've partnered with a website. I should be able to announce it tomorrow. There will be a discount code using the code Workspace. It sells both the new Football Manager and F1 Manager, and I get a little bit of kickback of commission if you purchase using my link or using my code. So for the people who were kind of asking about that, I have actually managed to do some proper business stuff. We've been overtaken. Kevin, I'm trying to talk business, Kevin. You're just getting overtaken.
Stay cool, man.
Here's the thing. Leclerc isn't going to have DRS here because there's no one in front. So we might be able to get him straight back. I am a businessman, chat, it turns out. Oh, all good, chick. I hope you feel better soon, mate. Please overtake. Please overtake. Please overtake.
Good job.
Do I try and hold up Verstappen, or do we try and get ahead of Leclerc and hold him up? I've got to make a decision. Chat, how we make the decision? I think we try and get in front. Pichère and Perez are just having their own little fun battle, it turns out, at the front. I think every DRS zone they swap positions. It's very nice. They're a bit like a rhino, you know, with a bird on the back. Like, Perez is the rhino. He's the powerful, more fast cutter. We're the bird, just cleaning his back and stuff. Is that what the birds do on the back of rhinos? Or is it hippos? I don't know. Oh, we can't get by. We can't get by. We've used all the battery. Right. Chat, it's about holding up the cars behind. I mean, as things stand, Pichère would still get third if Leclerc can catch up. Leclerc's quite a way back now, though. They eat the bugs. Is it hippos? Do they do it for rhinos as well? Maybe it's both. Oh, crocodiles as well, right?
Yeah, take it easy. Cover that.
I'll let you decide what animal Perez is, chat, if you think he's a crocodile, a hippo, a rhino. But we are definitely the little birds just riding along. What are Albon's tyres on? Great question. 52%. He has made them last. Zhou, by the way, still hasn't pitted. Do you reckon the medium runners are going to have to stop again? Surely not. I feel like they're going to make the mediums last. They might have to eke them out at the end, which might give Pichère a chance to push. The thing is, Albon is right behind us on his one mediums. I kind of need Albon to slow down and start blocking Leclerc. Because I feel like Albon's just tagging along and then he's going to pit, and it's not really going to actually help at all.
Red Bull moved up.
Oh, Verstappen got K-Mag, chat. It's just a great big shame. I'm sorry, Kevin. I left you out to dry there, really. I mean, he's still running 5th once Albon stops. But I think he has bought time.
Copy that.
I think he's bought time. Mick would have won. I mean, Mick wouldn't have won. So far, Mick's taken out his teammate and gone wide. How's Mick doing, chat? Mick, how are you? Hamilton's struggling. That's good for us. Obviously, he had a crash that happened while I was away. Yeah, we started last, chat. This is still a good spot to be in. The worst thing that could happen now is a red flag. So we've got, what, 23 laps left. Mick's not been lapped. True, he's delighted about that. He's only not been lapped because of 2 safety cars. Just went to watch the Singapore Renault incident. What did you think, Wembies? Or is it Wems? It's just Wems, isn't it? Reading's hard. I think we were ahead of Merck just after the last set of races. I can't remember. Let's have a look. Pichère goes ahead of Russell if it stays like this. Oh, chat, if it stays like this, oh yeah, we're not ahead of Mercedes. But if we win this, we do go ahead of Mercedes. By 4 points. With, what, 5 races left of the year? We've had 8 fastest laps, 7 podiums, 3 wins. They've had 6 podiums, 1 win. They just consistently finish just outside the podiums. Have you had a red flag happen in this game? I had one happen earlier today in a YouTube video that went up today, which was Baku, which you should totally go watch at youtube.com/workthespace. We've got a series with Alpine. It's a good time. Good cross-pollination, Jack. Good business. Good business. That is a spoiler, but the title of the video does say red flags. So, is it really a spoiler? Leclerc is catching us. I don't think Verstappen's catching Leclerc, though, so that's good. It's not a spoiler, it's a trailer. True. We've had a few red flags, right? We've had red flags in Canada, Baku, Austria. We had a red flag. This is all in the Twitch stuff I'm talking about now. We've had 3. I think we've had 3 red flags in a season and a half. Oh, Teo. I'll tell you what, Kevin Magnussen is right behind Verstappen here. Have a go. Have a go. Have that, you loser. Suck on that, Stroop Waffle. Easy. We're so good. We're so good. Kevin. Round of applause to Kevin Magnussen. Issue we've got is there isn't really anyone in front that we can use to help us. Do I just hold back now? I think we do.
Let's make sure we keep them behind.
If we let Leclerc by, Pichère still gets on the podium because Albon's got a pit. If we can just delay Verstappen catching the back of this lot, that's good. I lived in Singapore for 8 years and this is making me nostalgic. This race in real life is wicked. Like, it's one of the few night races in F1. And through the streets of Singapore, it is unreal to watch. I highly recommend if there's a... It's not always the most entertaining race, although it's, you know, pretty testing on the drivers because one mistake and you're in the wall. But yeah, I think the Singapore Grand Prix is in 3 weeks. Obviously, this weekend coming, there is Monza in Italy. But it's just such a cool environment to be racing around, like, just the city at night. It looks so cool. Jack, what's your honest opinion about Lelujo? I hate him. He's a money-grubbing and I regret ever shouting him out. Actually, no. I'm doing jokes. I realise new people won't know that I'm joking. Kev is actually lovely. I got high with Kevin at TwitchCon in Amsterdam. He's a good bloke. He's a good laugh. He's a bit socially awkward, but he's fun to be around. Yeah, Twitch chat won't know I'm joking, so that's why I need to clarify this. We are actually good friends, so I just want to make this all clear. Also, Pacher's back in the lead. How did he make it happen? McKay George 96, mate. Thank you for subbing for 6 months. Love the stream, Shaq. I'm doing a save with McLaren and with Norris and Gasly. Chat wanted me to get Norris or Gasly earlier, and I didn't.
And they clear it. Big move for them. And a race
I got high with
position
Kevin. Yes. Well, actually, we got high on separate occasions. And never before, chat, have I had edible. Do you know, I'd heard about brownies going to TwitchCon. I had red velvet cake with marijuana in it. That was an experience. I didn't realize you could get... I just thought it was all brownies. But no, there's red velvet cake. There was white chocolate cake. And I love cake. Can you tell? So it was a good time. Well Dodger. Or is it Weldo Jr.? It's definitely Weldo Jr., isn't it? Weldo, apologies. Thank you for subbing with the Prime. Is there cookies? I didn't see the cookies. All I'm saying is, chat, being high on cake was fun. That is my review of the day. Went to Amsterdam, got high on red velvet cake. That sounds very Tory, doesn't it? It sounds both incredibly liberal and very Tory at the same time as like an expression. It's a bit weird. It's like two extremes. So I'm talking about gummy bears. I once ate before a flight sugar-free gummy bears. A lot of sugar-free gummy bears. A pack of, like, you know, like share bags of gummy. I didn't realise that acts as a laxative. That was I've never tested my stomach muscles as much as I did on that flight. Oh my word. That was a challenge, flying to Portugal. Word of caution, sugar-free gummy sweets do make you need to shit a lot. So don't take them before you go on a plane. It was, chat, honestly, I've been in some precarious situations in public. Never before have I genuinely started to work out my plan for if I do actually shit myself. Like, it was scary. I think actually there's some deep-seated trauma here that's now coming out a little bit. But it was a time. That's why I don't think I'll ever eat gummy bears of any kind ever again. What? Why do I tell you guys? I tell you guys far too much about my life. I shouldn't be doing this. Natfully290, thank you for subbing with the Prime. Why would anyone sub with the Prime as I tell you about how I ate too many sugar-free gummy sweets? I don't know. What was the plan? What was the plan? I can't even remember now. I feel like I was in a state of panic. I was like, you know when you start to feel quite unwell and you start to sweat? Like if you've ever got really anxious, you might have this. Or like it's like you're getting a fever, but you haven't really actually got a fever. It's like a ghost fever. That's what I was like. It was the stress of the situation. I was sat there thinking, right, there's a jumper in my backpack. So if I have to go with my backpack, get it out of the holding thing, get the jumper, maybe I can sort of out a bit of the situation with that in the toilet cubicle if I don't get there in time. And I was like, do I go in the cubicle and sit there and just hog it for the entire flight? That looks really dodgy, just sitting in a toilet cubicle. K-Mag's fuel chat, thank you for... You know what? You guys do the managing, I'll do the storytelling.
Save fuel.
It was traumatic, chat. It was traumatic. I wish there was some ending to this storyline. Now I always pack a toilet roll in my hand luggage, but no, none of that. Maybe I should, though. Shall we focus on the race? Magnussen, by the way, 7 seconds behind Leclerc, is still holding up Verstappen. This is actually going perfectly. This is actually going perfectly. Good like Norton. I feel like I've not said your name correctly there, Good like. Is it Good Lake? Good Lake Norton. It sounds Norwegian or maybe Danish. Thank you for some with the tier 1. I'm sorry that I have butchered your name inevitably. I feel like that when you hit the sub button on this channel, you are signing away like a terms and conditions thing that your name may or may not be read out correctly. I'm hopefully going to be heading to Norway soon, actually, chat. I want to head to Bergen and be up with a couple of friends there. Albon's tyres have not gone yet, but he has still got to stop. Do we need to worry about our tyres a little bit? I have been pushing Magnussen hard. I think he's okay. I think he's okay. That's actually the best pronunciation of my name from a non-Norwegian I've heard. And it's not really my name. It'd be even better now if you're not Norwegian. You just have a Norwegian username. You're actually just Jim. Jim Robertson from England. Anyway, Brown at 6596. I don't know why Jim Robertson was the most generic English name I came up with there. Jim Robertson. Brown, thank you for some of the prime. Maybe Brown's name is Jim Robertson. Brown, is your name Jim? This would be the mother of all quinky dinks if it is. You know, John Smith is very 2022, I feel like. In 2023, it's all going to be about Jim Robertsons. Bergen, you better bring your umbrella. I've got an umbrella now. I can bring my umbrella. I've prepared. Okay, so Perez is right behind Prix. Albon is losing time now on his bad tyres and holding up Leclerc. We want Alexander Albon here to stay out for a while, so that as his tyres fall off a cliff, he holds back Leclerc. Elsewhere, Kevin Magnussen has made a lovely train behind him of cars that now aren't going to be able to catch up, I don't think, minus a safety car. We probably don't need to hold people up anymore, I realise. Yeah, Magnussen's created a big train, but this just means that none of the cars back here can catch up with Prix at the front. This is all very, very good. Magnussen has caused a traffic jam, hasn't he? Kevin, how is it back here, mate? What's looking like behind you? That is a long queue of cars, isn't it? That is a long queue of cars behind him. I can't see the end of it, chat. Oh, God, don't overtake. Don't overtake. Yeah, leave him alone, Max. This is great. Where's Schumacher? He's in 18th. He's 23 seconds behind anyone. He's just driving his own race. I mean, chat, I could do something morally questionable. If I keep telling K-Mag to hold up, we might be able to get Albon 4th. I have a bit of a soft spot for Alex Albon. I feel like he was not afforded a lot of time at Red Bull and he was kind of set up to fail. We could try and do Alex Albon a favour. Not a fail. We could try and do him a favour and hold up everyone for longer so Albon can pit and come out ahead in front of Kevin. I'll do it. You know what? Let's try. Kevin, just hold everyone up some more. You can push more on the straights. So the pit time here is... Wrong screen jacket's here. The pit time here is 29 seconds. That's the pit time lost in terms of on a flying lap versus pitting. That isn't actually the amount of loss to cars around you. The loss is probably about 20 seconds. This is worse than Crashgate. Am I the baddie? Am I the baddie? Maybe. Oh, Albon's pitted. Alex. Magsy, you don't need to hold up anyone now. You can go racing because Albon's pitted. Oh, he's got so far to go. I just wanted to help. Oh wait, Magnussen got power. Oh wait, no. That's Prix on board. I was like, did Verstappen get past Magnussen? No, I'm just looking at the wrong POV. Oh no, Alex. Alex. Oh, chat, it's so bad. Never mind. If they kept him out, we could have worked together. Park the bus gate. It rolls off the tongue as a controversy, doesn't it? So Leclerc is now behind Prix. This is why Magnussen is holding these guys up. Prix has basically acted... Magnussen has basically acted as a stop to stop anyone else catching up this front three. Because I think if Magnussen hadn't been slow, Verstappen would be right up with this group now because the Red Bull's so quick. What I will say is somehow Verstappen has lost a place to Alonso. So Verstappen is not having a good day today. He's not having fun. But I'm having fun, so it's fine. How much longer do you reckon Magnussen's going to keep this group behind him? They're going to go behind my face and he's going to come out in last. That'd be awkward, wouldn't it? So 15 laps left. Thing is, Kevin doesn't really need to push now. Like, this is such a hard track to overtake on. He's doing all this backing up. And I don't think Alonso can overtake us. And Pichert has a lot left to give in his tyres at the end. We're going to be able to push on Pichert to try and get the race win. I think ideally we try and harvest a little bit for a lap or two and try not to lose too much time with Pichert. Because battery might be important. We're holding up everyone behind and Mick Schumacher's still there, chat. He's not going to get lapped because of all the safety cars, but it's not been a great day in the office. Do we pit Pichert for fastest lap? No, he's on for the race win. What's the AI tyres looking like? So the guys on mediums are going to struggle a little bit at some point. Everyone who pitted around us on hards is fine to the end. These mediums will last to the end, but they might not have as much scope to get aggressive on them like we should. Is this game heavily GPU intensive or mostly RAM intensive? Definitely more GPU, say, compared to Football Manager. Although I believe there is a bit of a bottleneck with processors. He's doing better than Tsunoda. Are you guys really now trying to tell me Mick's doing better than Tsunoda, the man he punted out the race? He literally took out Yuki, and you're trying to tell me, oh, he did better. He has beaten his teammate. You know what? I can't argue with that, chat. He might have taken out his teammate and be the reason his teammate's not finished, but he has now finished ahead of him. Why did Sainz retire? He got hit by Hamilton. I'm just wondering, does that Sainz thing change much in the standings? Sees Perez go above. And actually, yeah, Sainz being out of this race is going to give Red Bull perhaps the leapfrog. Oh my god, we just got squeezed. I'd like to issue an apology to the Mick Schumacher fans out there, because you know what? I don't respect your boy enough. You know what I was taught about respect? Respect is earned, and he deserves nothing. Who's winning the Drivers' Championship? It is Charles Leclerc, who actually really needs to try and get past Pichert here. So Leclerc's currently in third in this race. Perez is in first. Pichert is currently running in P2. Last year, Pichert finished just above George Russell. 2 years in a row, and I'll be happy. Oh no, the Mick copy-past has begun. Someone's locked up. Yellow flag sector 1. Who's had a moment? There's been a yellow flag, but to who, Chris Kamara? There's been a crash.
There's been a crash.
Norris.
Let's have a look.
Lando.
Watch this. We're looking at Lando Norris.
I was thinking about signing this bloke. I'm going to have to take it back. Oh.
And that's an off. And a big off.
Nice Google Chrome wheels, though. Safety car? Safety car? No, he's okay. He's back on the track. Right, Pichert's been on harvest. We've got some battery. We can save the tyres now. Life's good. With 12 laps left, Pichert could still win this race because Perez is on older mediums that are going to wear more. He did forget to turn. That happens to the best of us, though. Ambrose cheers 100 bits. Who is Mick? For the blind, he is the light. For the hungry, he is the bread. For the thirsty, he is the water. For the dead, he is the life. For the sick, he is the cure. For the prisoner, he is the freedom. For the loner, he is the companion. And for the traveller, he is the way. Words to live by, I think, there. Words to live by. Don has redeemed 100 bits. Who is Mick? For the blind, he is the light. For the hungry, he is the bread. For the thirsty, he is the water. We've just been overtaken by Verstappen. What happened? For the dead, he is the life. For the sick, he is the cure. For the prisoner, he's the freedom. For the loner, he's the companion. For the traveller, he's the way. I'm going to start rapping it soon. Good night. Hope K-Man crashes and Teo wins. Have fun. What kind of message is that to say goodnight to? What kind of message is that to say goodnight to? Good night. I hope Kevin crashes. What? There was a prediction on this race, wasn't there, of would we score points? Oh, my word. Tell you what, that Verstappen bloke's quick, isn't he? See if we can close the gap to get in DRS. What if everyone crashes and Mick wins? Could that happen? I need Kevin to catch Verstappen a little bit as I push here, but I don't know if he'll be able to do it. Oh, maybe. He's going to have DRS here. Kevin, what are you going to do? It's going to have to be a lunge. It's going to have to be a lunge, Kevin, if you're going to make this work here. I don't think you can do it. But don't let me tell you what you can and can't do, Kevin. Don't be stupid. Stupid. Go ahead and send out these points. You don't need to play out the rest of the race. You underestimate Kevin Magnussen's ability to throw.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
I think this straight is just the only place to realistically overtake. I say that, Kevin nearly closed the gap on him there. Oh yeah, Hamilton went onto the softs, didn't he? Yeah, he's at faith. Hamilton's going to have to pit again. They're not going to make him run those to the end, are they? That'd be mad. Has Magnussen still got orders on? No, we turned them off. Although I did have to check there because I wasn't actually certain. Boucher's kind of just settled in behind Perez now. We're now in a train that's led by Verstappen. DRS is enabled here. Kevin. Easy, Tiger. His mixed tyre's bad too. Oh, chat. Mix on 38%. I didn't even spot that. I don't think he can make it to the end on those. I mean, Perez and Leclerc's tyres aren't amazing on the mediums. Is Verstappen catching this lot? Not really. 12.5 seconds. He'd have to gain by more than a second a lap. At the moment, he is not even gaining. Come on, Kev. Kevin, we get him into this next DRS zone. This is your moment.
Copy.
Kevin hasn't crashed in 2.5 races. I won't say 3 races yet. He did have a little bit of a moment today, but I feel... Oh, Boucher's taken the lead. Easy, Tiger. Right, back on board with Kevin. He got squeezed there. That's an illegal manoeuvre.
Haas with an overtake there.
Did Boucher just get DRS here?
Now just focus
No,
on
it was the DRS classic. Leclerc tried to make the move too. Leclerc's trying to sneak in the back here while no one's looking. I tell you what, if those two want to hit each other, that'd be good. Hamilton's already pitted twice as well. Hamilton had been completely shafted. I believe that is the technical terminology. Kevin might be able to have a go here. I'm going to do it. Overtake Kevin. Push, Kevin! Push! Go! Go! Attack! Attack! Attack, Kevin! Get him! Get him! You're better! You are Danish! You are a Viking! He is but a swamp German! He's out of battery, but this is fine.
You're doing a good job.
You're doing a great job, mate. Also, I'd like to... you're not doing a great job, mate! You're doing a job! Oh, I'm so sad. I'd like to apologise to the Dutch viewers. You're not actually all swamp Germans. Just the ones who race against us.
Red Bull gained a place.
Oh, it's bloody... Get him here. Get him, Kevin! Oh, we're better than you. We're better than you. That's a good drive. I'm retreating to my swamp. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who's got DRS here? He's got the... He's just hit... I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Kevin.
Red Bull moved up.
Kevin, it's Jack. Bye, Max. Max didn't like being called a swamp German.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Copy.
Oh, I'm so sad. Come on, Kevin. Catch him. Oh, he's so far behind. It's so sad. Verstappen's driving to his swamp. Hating on Max will deny you entry to your country. To be fair, when I had to go to Amsterdam for TwitchCon this summer. I had to stand in the security queue for 4.5 hours. That was like 2 months ago, and I saw people still complaining about it after Zandvoort this weekend. I don't know what the deal is. You guys probably know in the Netherlands what's going on. Can you guys get some security staff in the airport, please? Because you're clearly understaffed. Like, I felt bad for the staff when I was there. Can you tell them to hire more people or something? I think that was what the issue was. Like, I'm not a rocket scientist, but if you've not got enough security to get people through queues without it taking 4 hours, hire more people! They're not willing to pay them. What do you mean? Is every airport understaffed? I'll work as a volunteer. I'm not volunteering at Schiphol Airport, but I'll find volunteers. Pacher's got back past Perez. Pacher, we need to just chill a little, mate.
Save fuel and follow.
Try standing in the non-UK queue at UK immigration. To be fair, I've had to do that before when travelling with friends, so I know that that's not fun. They fired them during COVID and now people don't want to come back. I mean, that seems fair enough, really. Oh, K-Mag's back in DRS. We're going to get Shrek. Can someone please Photoshop Max Verstappen as Shrek for me? That would make me happy. I have very low standards for what makes me happy as a human being. It's the simple things. Don't get Mick to be in security. Everything slows down when he's in charge. True. As somebody who works in security, there's so many idiots in security, you certainly wouldn't want them working at airports. Yeah, that's probably also a thing. I guess there's loads of training, right? But yeah, the queues were bad. It was when it was the really hot... You know when there was the couple of days where it was ridiculously hot across Europe? It was like after TwitchCon, the Monday and Tuesday afterwards, it was really bad. I was lucky. I would have missed my flight except for the fact that a runway started melting in England because of how hot it was, so my flight was delayed. Okay, Kevin, can you have a go here? You've got to go a long way here, Kev, to make this work, but I believe in you. If you believe you can achieve, then you will succeed. Push, Kevin. Do him. You're better than him. You're cooler than him. Oh, suck my balls, mate. Don, thank you for the 100 bits. Who is Magnus? For the light, he is the shadow. For the animals, he is the predator. For the plants, he is the pest. For the living, he is death. For the healthy, he is sickness. For the free, he is the prisoner. Oh, he is the prison. For the companions, he is the betrayal. For the travellers, he is confusion. That is Kevin Magnussen. Oh, yeah, we can push on Pacher here. Thing is, I don't know if pushing is actually going to get us ahead of Perez, but I don't want to be running unnecessary fuel at the end. Yay, us.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing, mate. What's Verstappen's tyres like? 43%. Oh, this is done. This is done. Sisu Sankari, what have you redeemed? Choo choo all aboard the DRS train. I thought you were about to ride one of the copy pastas. Mate, thank you for the 300 bits. Don, did you redeem another one here? Oh, wait, no. I don't need to worry about that. Jacrizzle, I think I missed your sub 5 minutes ago. I'd like to issue a public apology. Am I allowed to do that? I'm not putting it in writing. My legal team say I can't do that. But thank you for subbing with the Prime. And Xavier's redeemed a hydrate. Oh, Ocon is ahead of Russell. Ocon, I tell you what, if Alpine gets 6th and 7th, that would be good. Chat, do you reckon Hamilton's going to the end? I'll tell you what, we are just fighting the Red Bulls, aren't we? We are just the Red Bull fighters. We did this in Zandvoort as well. You have a legal team, question mark. My legal team is my legal guardians. They have to sign all the forms for me. I'm not deemed responsible enough. Just want to clarify that is I'm doing comedy. Someone will think that's serious. I know I look like an absolute baboon. I am functional as a human, allegedly. Kevin, please. Kevin, I'm begging. We've hit the point of begging our drivers to make moves. You know what, Kevin? This is the time to harvest. Even in chat, are we still Kev out? I have a pilot on standby. Like, he's not crashed in 2 and a bit races. This will be 3 races without an incident. You know, like at factories, they have like, you know, number of days since an incident and they flip over the board. I don't know if that's a real thing, but you see it in cartoons, right? Like Simpsons had it, so it must be real. We need to get one of those, but for like races since Kevin last had a crash. If we could harvest on Kevin, but also stay behind Max just for a few laps, that would be very useful.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Oh, Teo, have a go. I just realised there's not actually that many laps left, is there? Piss it out. We started at the back, just as a reminder. We started P20 and P19 here with all our penalties. We got the lucky safety car that we were playing for. We were basically playing for an early safety car to then just go long. Kevin, get him. Chase him. I don't think I can deploy and get out of DRS, Nate. We just don't have the straight line speed over the Red Bull. And at this track, like, it's difficult to overtake, but the place to overtake is the straights, but we just don't have the pace, I don't think, to break DRS. Even with deploy, I think it'd be too much of a gamble. Like, on the last lap or the penultimate lap, I might go for it. I think K-Max tyres should be okay, chat. It's going to be a little bit tight, but he's on 41% wear on hards. Magnussen's on 40% wear on mediums. So I think he's okay pushing a bit on them. Especially, we'll probably turn it down once he's charged his battery.
So we have 4 laps to go.
Is Hamilton pitted? He's on 22% left with 4 laps left. It's a bold move. That could end with an incident. Makes me think that I might actually want to go with Pacher sooner in case he crashes. But is it really wise to go with one of my drivers early, anticipating a last lap safety car? Oh yeah, Mick's on 29 too. They are really pushing those tyres. Oh, Teo got overtaken. This is the issue. We can't get away from Perez. Although there's a wild Mick Schumacher up the road.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
There is a wild Mick Schumacher in his native habitat. Here we have the Mick Schumacher in the Williams car, his natural environment at the back of the grid. This elusive individual can rarely be seen driving with the rest of the herd and instead chooses to sit at the back going much more slowly, conserving energy. Occasionally he will get in the way of his fellow racers, etc. I can't do this. I've got a race that I actually need to micro. Mick Schumacher might decide this race, and that terrifies me. What's Perez's tyre wear? 37%. The thing is, he can dictate the pace more when he's behind, when he's ahead. I'll tell you what, if he blocks Teo and then Leclerc gets through, I'll be livid. Leclerc's just been waiting, by the way, behind. Oh, Teo?
3 laps ago.
Has he actually made this move work, though? Perez is still there. Slow down here. Oh, we were ahead on the DRS line by 2 thousandths. Right, deploy down this straight.
Is that a new race?
Can he overtake us with DRS, even if I'm deploying? No is the answer. Right, Teo, push. Push. This is the equivalent of demanding more. We just say push repeatedly. Hey, wubba lubba dub dub, mate. How was the West Ham game? I didn't actually see the score. What was the score, chat? Right, can Teo break DRS? There's a DRS zone here. Perez is still going to have it. We're about to have another DRS zone here. There's 2 laps left after this one. This is kind of high stakes suddenly. Oh, Mick. Oh, buddy, Mick, you could win us the race here. Mick, I'm begging you here, mate. Mick, please get out of the way. Mick! I built up a second gap, gone through my battery, and he won't get out the f***ing way. Block him, Mick. Block him. You have f***ed me. You have f***ed me, Mick Schumacher. You have f***ed me in the arse. Deploy here. We have to get 2 seconds, a second ahead before the white line. We are not a second ahead before that line, I don't think. Is Perez about to get DRS? Will the flap open? It didn't open! Go, Teo, go! Run! We're bolting a lap early. Leclerc's now looking to have a go on Perez. I realise Magnussen's having a go here. Kevin, push. You can attack here. Come on! Come on, Kevin! Attack, attack, attack. This is really good. Massive move. Kevin, you can pretty much deploy for the rest here and stay on attack. Teo's now 1.7 seconds ahead. He's gone. He's legged it. The horse has bolted. The other prancing horse is fighting with a bull behind. The battery's gone. The battery's pissing gone. Oh my God, I hope we did enough. This is the first race of the evening. Like, you two just squabble a little bit, you know? You get in each other's ways. What's their tyre wear? 36, 34. Magnus is ahead of Verstappen. Hamilton's on 17%. Oh no, my tyres have gone. This is done, right? One lap, Teo. You've not got any battery, but if the other two just want to fight a little bit, that's fine. Kevin, how are you looking? Oh, he's dropped Max. I'm very stressed.
This will be the last.
I'm very stressed. We started last. Both our drivers have broken DRS. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm calm. If Leclerc and Perez want to crash and Magnussen can get second, I'll take it. Just have an instant here. Lock up. Clean him out. Why can you not just hit each other? Kevin doesn't need to push anymore on these tyres. Drive less aggressive. Take it easy. It's done. It's done. I think Prix went at just the right time. We went with 2 laps left, but because the Ferrari was so close to Perez, like, they just ended up squabbling behind. Has Prix won a race this season? I think he's done it. I think that's it. Why did I say anything? He's still got to make it through the last few corners. And it's not like a track where you can go off and come on if you make a mistake. Oh, yeah, the one I rigged. Yeah, Prix did win in Spain, didn't I? Say I rigged. We swapped our drivers at the end because they were running first and second. Oh, we have to give Teo $500,000 here, don't we? I have to give him £500,000 if he finishes in the top 3. Why did I make that deal where we give him $500,000 every time he gets on the podium? In hindsight, that was silly. Teo Prix, the Frenchman, gets his second race of the season. He started 20th. He finishes first. Magnussen held up the guys behind expertly. He should still get 4th here after all of this. That is a big weekend of racing. We don't get a podium though, chat, because Prix's not got a face.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Good job.
Well done, that was a tough day.
That was a tough day.
P1. Wait 5 seconds. P2.
Massive. Massive. Is Hamilton... What's Hamilton's tyres saying? 15%. 15. Mick got lapped, I just realised. Yeah, can we give a shout out to Mick Schumacher? Mick did cause the safety car we pitted in. Oh my... Did we get fastest lap as well? I don't think Russell stole it at the end. I think Prix got fastest lap, right? Right? Shout out to Mick. The hat. Where's the hat?
A brilliant performance from the Haas driver.
I found the hat. How do I look, chat? There's no cutscene. There's no cutscene because Prix's not got a face. He's not a real human. He's actually the Stig. I look so young with this hat on, don't I? Yeah, we get to just dance around with him. What a man. He doesn't get a podium. We just do ring around the rosy in this team. All I'm saying is, if whoever wins Monza at the weekend doesn't do that celebration, is the game realistic?
Next round will
Where's
see
the
us heading
flute?
to
Where's the...
F1
Chat, I'll get the
preparing
flute
for
for you. There's
Japanese
actually a
Grand Prix.
recorder, but we don't question
We'll
it.
see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
Oh, Suzuka's next. Good safety car for us. I'm getting emotional. Anyone else? I think the emotion is actually me losing my hearing. That was enough. That was enough, right? That was enough. Blue Cypher redeemed a hydrate. I'm hydrating. Oh my word, that's mad. From last to first, that we got lucky with when the safety car was. I take my role in this game very seriously for new time viewers. We have the Pirelli podium hat, and look, if I turn this way, it even says first on it. I hope I'm looking the right way. If that's not the side of my head that says first on it. Oh, okay, I did look the right way. I looked the right way, that's good. What happened here? Max Verstappen got 11 points, Perez got 15. Leclerc pulled away towards the top. Constructors is tied with 5 races left. That's madness. And also, for the first time all season, we've gone ahead of Mercedes. Oh, we got very, very lucky there, to be honest, with the timing. The timing of the safety car was pretty much perfect. I think someone in chat did actually predict that we might go from last to first, but Alonso was a big winner as well. When did Alonso pit? I want to check. Because I think he pitted kind of early. I think he pitted early too, right? Yeah, Alonso pitted... I wish I could mouse over and it told me the lap. And you look at what time everyone pitted. Like, Alonso pitted early for the hards. We obviously pitted a couple, like, under the safety car. He pitted, like, 3 or 4 laps later. Fair play to Alpine as well. 5th and 6th for that. Not 5th and 6th. 6th and 7th for them is really good. Like, we won't get fired if it stays like that. I think I already had a development point that I forgot to use. We might have 2 development points here. The lap is shown at the top of the graph. Oh, but I was hoping I could just mouse over and it'd say, because it's a bit... I need to get a ruler out to measure it. Chat, we have development. What do we put it in? I don't want to take it off 69, but it's probably the thing that I should be putting it in, right? For being a responsible adult and not wondering about funny numbers, we probably add it to reactions. I'm adding it to reaction. Oh! 75 rated. 75 rated. Sorry, I've ruined... Chat, we'll get adaptability to 69 one day and we can all giggle again like children then. Kevin Magnussen, overtaking. Just all in overtaking. Sergeant, smoothness. Oh, yeah, Pocher is now a non-rare gold, everyone. He's now a non-rare gold. You can get him in your gold packs. I was going to say gold player packs. I guess he could be in a gold player pack. I'm not going to get fired now, right? Right? Oh, chat, there's lots of green here. This is very good. It's very, very good. Is he real or is he a regen? I can't tell if he's a real person or not. He's definitely a real person. I'm sorry, Vincent Sanchez. You have a name that sounds like a regen generated name. I've got another race in me tonight. I've got another race in me tonight, I reckon. Alex Allen. Is he a regen? Is he... This is the issue, right? I don't watch much Formula 3. I don't know who's real and who's not. So I just stare at these and go, does he look real? Does he look real, chat, Alex Allen? Real or regen? It's a new game show that we're setting up. Matty G97, mate. Thank you for subbing for the first month ever. Welcome aboard. Regen again. Enzo Trulli, real. Hunter Yearney. Chat, real or regen? Must be real, right? Real. There are female drivers, I believe, that generate. But I don't know if there's like... There might just not be any yet. Is it fun playing real or regen? I think it's got a great name, real or regen. Rafael Villagomez. Real or regen? Take it easy, Ellen Dig. Thank you for hanging out today. Real? Are we saying real? Real? Well, people, imagine being real and being given that rating in game. I'd be kicking off. Real. I don't think there's actually that many regens yet. Maybe there'll be more in the future. I think they only generate as like drivers retire, so like you kind of get the same number kept around. I was start thinking, have we got any new parts coming? But no, we are just researching to the end of the year now. All the females are regen. Well, the game only has Formula 2 and Formula 3 drivers, and at the moment, there is only one female driver, at least in Formula 2, and she only came back onto the grid last weekend. So I don't know if there's any... I doubt there's any real female drivers because of that, unless there's some in F3 that I'm just not thinking of. Yeah, I don't know if Calderon's in the game, though. Because obviously she only came into F2 for Zandvoort recently. Right, Suzuka. Are we good at Suzuka? Is our car good for this track? We did well at it last time. Our car has got worse quite quickly this season, hasn't it? We were quite... These were like firsts at one point earlier on in the year, and then everyone got better. Mercedes are a bit scary, aren't they? I don't love it. I don't love it. Yeah, we've got loads of money for a driver at the end of the season, chat. I've been saving away money. To be fair, we've stopped developing this year's car now to just research. I'm planning for next year, really, now. Because I don't think we'll get fired even if we come fourth, because we've already achieved the board's long-term objective. So it's not really the rest of the season isn't really a write-off. I want to finish third again if we can, but I think if we finish fourth, we probably won't get fired. It might actually be in our interest to come fourth this year, so that next year maybe they lower the board expectation. This is season 2. We've got the design center being upgraded, so that's going to increase the number of engineers. So that's going to be really good when that's done. I mean, the issue is, because Haas's facilities are so bad, like, is it just worth paying for some of these, even though they're really expensive? I mean, it probably is, but I don't want to buy them and then not have money at the end of the year for a driver, but still quite a long time left, right, to get a driver. We've not got a new underfloor coming in 27 days. We've done research for next year's car to limit the performance drop-off you get. What's the thing to upgrade here? Maybe just the wind tunnel, right? I think the wind tunnel is the most expensive one to upgrade, so it feels worth it. We could also improve the factory, but I feel like maybe I'm wrong here. I feel like the factory is less important to upgrade than the design center. I feel like most of the time your bottleneck is actually designing parts rather than the manufacturing of parts. Is that right? Do people feel like that's correct? Like, for me personally, there's very few situations at the moment where I'm like, oh my god, I can't make the parts quick enough. But I feel like it's always down to lack of engineers. So I feel like you probably don't need your factory to be as good, say, compared to your design center. And yeah, you can always do the instant buying, right? You can do, like, the emergency or rush development anyway. Right, there isn't really a great deal going on here. We are already kind of planning for next year now, but I want to think we can get drivers into Q3, to be honest. I like Suzuka as well. And also, because we took penalties at that last race, I'm now hoping there's no more grid penalties for the rest of the year.
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit.
He said Konnichiwa, chat. Every year he says Konnichiwa. Every year I cringe.
Welcomes us back this weekend.
I cringe. Take the hat off. Oh my god, chat, my trim is done now. It's done. Ruined. Konnichiwa. Every time Crofty says Konnichiwa, I just die inside slightly. Light rain on Sunday, chat. I don't like it. Am I doing the setup thing that we did last race? Did people enjoy watching me get angry? I don't know why I've asked that. I literally know the answer. You guys enjoy watching me get angry at the sliders. I don't know why they make me so angry. It's just how... It's like a really annoying mini game, and I'm the kind of person who, rather than figure out how something works, I just get annoyed with it. It's why I've never been good at Rubik's Cubes. You know, I just get angry at Rubik's Cubes. That looks good. Right, sim the session. That would be my first album name, I reckon. Angry at Rubik's Cubes. When I do my first, you know, when I start my rap career, chat, first album, Angry at Rubik's Cubes. Optimal! Unfortunately, everything else is not good, so we are going to have to do some shuffling. How do I get this chat? How do I get this one to move to the left without the top one moving too much? Oh wait, I remember now. You meant to do the toe and the front wing first, aren't you? Oh, it's all coming back to me. You do the top and bottom ones first, then you do the rest. Chat told me this. I've learned, chat. I've been listening to you. But then how do I get the cornering? Oh, cornering. But then cornering moves those other ones. Oh, it just... I can't be the only person who gets really annoyed by this. That looks close to being okay. We'll go. That's good. That's good. This is so frustrating to watch. I'm fully aware, chat. Stay angry. For new time viewers, this is my least favourite part of the game. Mostly because I just don't have the patience to actually take the time to actually figure it out. There's the setup website, isn't there? I could just get the setup website out and cheese it. Let's do that. Right, where do I want stuff to go? So I want that there. That there. For people who don't know, there is a website that you can go to where you can just slide the sliders where you want things to be, and then it tells you where you need to put stuff for it to go where you want. Right, so if I put this on 0.5, and this on 11.5, then this on 6.4, then this on 396. I can't put it on 396. Oh, you have to change the track. Ignore me. Right, 7, 13. If this works, chat, I'm going to use it every time now, and I'm going to look like a genius. It doesn't look right, does it, compared to what I was given? Well, does it? I mean, maybe if we just move... This one's the left slightly. Oh, then everything moves a ton, though. So 7.5... Chat, this is like brain. You know the old DS game Brain Training? This is brain training for me. That's it. That's the setup. Get me out. Was that what? Have I done both there? I've done both. Get me out. Get me out. Sim the session. I can't see you at the moment, chat, which is probably for the best. Alright, chat, what's the setup saying now? 80! I was about to dab, but I've shown some self-control.
Thank you for joining us here today.
Chat, I've never seen numbers so high. I'm getting a nosebleed. Right, the game's telling me to put this to 10. This can't be right. This to 13.5. Chat, I might have ruined it all here, but I'm going to trust the guy knows what it's telling me. How I balls this up so badly? Go back. Revert. Piss him revert. Oh, the camera's in the wrong place too. Chat, I'm having a meltdown. Okay, so we just want to move... Oh, God, this is where it gets very painful. Should I just leave it? Should I just leave it? Put that there. Chat, it just makes me angry. This, I don't like it. Get me out of it. Get me. Just sim the session. I was already in the 80s. It's fine. Look at that. 89. I think I did the wrong car, chat, when I was changing stuff. Like, I'm close. Get me out of it. I just want to do qualifying in peace. I need to hydrate. My brain hurts. Okay. I'm ready.
Radio check.
Let's get out early.
Radio's good.
Get good times in. No traffic. Oh, why have you gone out so close to each of you imbeciles? Please don't fight. Please don't. Right, Kevin, I'm going to take over you. Because when you take over a driver's driving, the game does a weird thing. Where... I didn't take over quick enough there. I was going to say where you're able to push them faster. For some reason, if you have everything on the lowest settings, you still go faster than on automatic. I was too slow doing it there. But if you need to build up a gap, the driver at the front, if you take over their outlap, you can make that gap at the end. Chat, I feel in physical pain after wrestling with those sliders. Good news, Teo's gone purple. Bad news, our drivers are just next to each other. Great laps, lad. Chat, we're legit. We're not going out again this session. This has never backfired before and it'll never backfire again. We got clean laps, we're good. Easy. Put your feet up. You know what, chat? Standing up desk, I reckon. I think my hair is ruined by the hat. This is a stand-up desk. I do play Football Manager. Just in case you didn't know, you know, just... That's so that if people come in and go, Jack, you've betrayed Football Manager. I go, no, I'm not. I've wore the shirt. I wore the shirt. Apparently, if you're on manual during the fast laps, it makes you go slow. That wouldn't surprise me, based on how the other stuff works. Great session, lads. Imagine if everyone goes faster now. That would be awkward. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's awesome. Okay, Sainz and Bottas are taking penalties. That's good to know. Just go out again, right? Just do that again. Do it again, lads. Same plan.
Radio's good.
Green light.
Okay, they've now got a gap in front between them this time. I'm pretty excited for the update for this game coming in 2 weeks. I'm hoping they're going to... Oh, Russell just blocked Kevin. Prich got blocked too. Right off. Do it again. Yeah, the update in 2 weeks, like they obviously post on Reddit the list of stuff they're going to be addressing. It's a very good list of stuff they're addressing. Makes me optimistic. So I need to send the drivers out. 3:15 is the golden time here, chat. Double the lap time, add 15. If you want to beat the traffic at the front and be at the front of the train. It's the work the space pro tip for you right there. Double the time, plus 15. Magnussen might be fine. I feel like Magnussen still got held up. I feel like everyone got held up. Wait. Okay, I think we're fine. There's a weird bug that sometimes happens where there's a car on their in-lap at the end of quali. The AI doesn't always send out its cars again. I do some weird stuff. But we're fine. We should make it through this session fine. Good times, but I think everyone else got blocked. The only thing I can think here is, chat, because we took the fresh engines. That's helping us out. Look at the time differences there. Wow, Prix could fall out here. Did you see how close the times were there, chat? What the fuck? Hey, I'm new here. Could someone please give me a short summary of how he's the top mark of Haas already in Season 2? Fizz not. Underfloors. Just keep building underfloors. Underfloors give you a big upgrade, but they take a while to make, but they're worth it. Also, Fire Mick. Chat, look at this time difference. You have, what, 150... well, 0.15 seconds between, like, 1st and 8th? That's mad. I might not go out for 2 laps here. I might not go out here for 2 laps. I think I'm going to save the softs and just go for 1 lap at the end. On fresh tyres. I think that is the play. We keep just hitting traffic.
Radio check. Radio check.
Rather than go out and get traffic. Did I max out my CFD and win air tunnel facilities? Not particularly. Like, they've had a few upgrades. But I put a lot of time into researching as well between seasons, which made a big difference. Leclerc have identical times in both quali sessions so far. If he gets 3 for 3, that would be an achievement. I'll tell you what, times are fast here, and there's not a lot between the teams right now. I need to make sure that we get out in front of the traffic. Also, why is the... I guess it's because the sun's setting, but it's a very... It's got a weird tint to it at the moment, the level. Do you actually go faster on manual in quali than on automatic? On outlaps you do, Ronan. When you're on automatic, the cars weave way more and do like actual quali stuff. Even if you turn everything down on manual, they will still go faster. It's a bit weird, but... Right, we've got to have clean laps here. We've got to have clean laps. It's got a bit of a sepia tone to it, this environment. Everything is pea-coloured. Air pollution. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Right, these laps matter, though. If we make a mistake... Well, we're starting far down. But we took fresh engines. The gap, by the way, from 1st to 6th here is kind of crazy. And Gasly and Perez got blocked as well. Hamilton and Alonso have done crazy as well for Alpine and Merck, considering their teammates didn't even make it into Q3. Why is the sun so yellow on the track? Look at that. It's not right, Mikey. The sun is like a toxic yellow on the floor at the moment with this environment. I mean, it looks lovely, the sky in this bit here, but other bits it just doesn't quite look right. I can't get over how nice this game looks, chat. For all its flaws, it's just a pretty game to watch. Like, in all the trailers and stuff, I was like, maybe the motion blur is going to be a bit overbearing, because it uses motion blur a lot, obviously. But to be honest, it's not like... It doesn't feel bad for the motion blur. I was kind of thinking maybe the motion blur is there to hide the jank. But like, it looks... And actually, that's a good point, Jimmy. The sound in this game is so good. Like, for all the flaws the actual simulation has, the foundation kind of graphically and sound-wise is insane. Okay, Magnussen's in 3rd. I don't think we've had a single front row finish this year. How quick can Gasly recover here? Because they struggled previously. Wow, look at these times. What the fuck? Okay, Verstappen's next to cross the line. Can he go faster in the Red Bull? He can. He's going to beat Bottas, but he can't get ahead of Magnussen. Next across the line is going to be Max Verstappen's teammate in Sergio Perez. The Mexican struggled in his first lap. He was blocked in his first lap. He's had 2 pretty good sectors, but he's going to cross the line here, and he's going to park himself on the front row. In behind, though, Leclerc still has a chance to better his time, and he will do. 98 thousandths of a second over his teammate Sainz. pips Perez to second by 1,000th of a second. What a crazy qualifying session here at Suzuka. Of course, Carlos Sainz is taking a penalty, so none of that's relevant. Chat, those times are so close. Oh, that is a ridiculously close quali session. Look at that. You've got... From Bottas to Sainz, the cars are separated by 1/10 of a second. That's mad. Leclerc was just up the road, though. He's in his own little league, really, compared to everyone else. I mean, that's a tiny gap normally. But at the moment in this season, the gaps between the teams are so close. I tell you what, like, the timing for Leclerc was so consistent. 6th and 9th for us isn't too bad. I mean, the time differences are so minute there. It's going to come down to how good cars are racing. I wonder how many penalty... Well, how many places Sainz has taken with his penalty. Could be 5, could be more if it's a big change of parts. Oh, it's raining. It's just going to pissing rain. How bad's the rain? Oh, no, Mikey. No, it's not right. So lap 20 it rains, lap 40 it's dry. Medium into soft. Push the mediums hard. If the rain comes a bit later, we delay the inters. I think that's the play. Obviously, we'll change it a little bit as we go. Chat, what do we want a prediction on here? Podium? Race win? It's not going to be a wet track, but the rain is pretty consistent for a period here. I think if I go soft to start, I might run into some issues. I'd rather have mediums that we push hard when we know the weather's coming. Like, we had it at Monza earlier on this year where the rain arrived later than predicted. Like, the actual forecast did change, which is pretty cool. But it makes me a bit more wary about starting on the softs. What about safety car? Prediction on the number of Mick crashes. We could do. Prediction, right. Start prediction. Will we have a safety car or a red flag? It has to be a full safety car. No VSC. There's the prediction, chat. Will there be carnage? Will Mick cause a crash? Hey, Wiffo, thank you for hanging out, mate. Yeah, chat, I appreciate it. It's a bit of a later night stream tonight. So if you are up in Europe, you're a madman. Or woman, I suppose. You're just a mad lad. Old lad, I'm digging myself a hole here. Get me out. Of course, if you're in the States, you're sat there thinking, it's not that late. And if you're in Australia, you're thinking, I'm watching whilst having my cereal. What are you talking about, Willis? Right. Chat, I'm going to start the race now, even though the prediction is still going. Because the reality is, if we get a safety car during the prediction still being live for the first, like, 20 seconds, we'll just not pay out the prediction. We'll just reset. We'll just reset.
I don't want to tempt fate.
He's tempted fate there. He said the line.
Look at the lineup on the grid. Looking at the Haas.
Is Switch Prime not possible to use from my phone? I actually don't know, Simba. I feel like it should be, but I actually couldn't tell you for certain.
They're in the front half of the pack.
Chat, does anyone know? Can you use a Prime sub on mobile? I don't know how it works. I don't really watch Twitch mobily. Mobily. Why does mobily sound weird as a word?
It's the Japanese
right! He didn't say konnichiwa. At least today he didn't. He said it last time.
It's lights out.
Right, K-Mag. Actually, Pacher's going to have a better angle here because he's behind Kevin. Right. I mean, the cars were so close in quali. There's like 8 cars that could win the race here. There is rain coming. It's probably going to be pretty mad, this race. Oh my word, these corners here you do not want to be driving side by side through. Okay, they're on softs. Chat, everyone is on the softs except us. I've got my bottle for you, Envy Addons. I've got my bottle for you.
This is good, come on.
Okay, Pacher's got past Verstappen. They're all on U-softs. They're not all going to pit, are they, before the rain? I've played enough this game to know they might all pit before the rain. Monza was a mad race with the rain as well. This race... I mean, what if the track just stays dry enough, though? What if it doesn't actually get above 1? Like, this graph here gives you an idea of the water levels, but it's never accurate. Go, Kevin! Go! Get Alonso! Do him! We're on board with Prix, by the way. We're just watching Kevin in front. Oh my god, what's up? This is very quick. I don't like it.
Good job.
Don't say good job, he didn't get the move done yet. Also, I love the Ferris wheel. Right, Teo, do him.
Haas with an overtake there.
I didn't realise how much time Fernando lost there. Wow, he lost 1.4 seconds.
Save fuel.
Copy that.
We can get pretty aggressive on our tyres. With Prix and Magnussen, because we're on the mediums to the rain. I love Suzuka as a track. Suzuka is such a cool circuit in real life. Like, the first sector is so quick, on my word. Verstappen's alongside Prix here. I just like the fact it's a figure of 8. Does that make me simple, chat? If I just like the novelty of a figure of 8 circuit where you actually pass under the track you go over? Am I a child? Is this the track that happened around last weekend? No, that was Zandvoort in the Netherlands. You'll know when it's Suzuka, Dan, because you have to get up at like 5 in the morning to watch it. So I think Suzuka is in 4 or 5 weeks, this track. And then Singapore is the week before. Chat, what is the schedule for races coming up? How many gaps have we got? How many weeks are we off between? Is it Monza, then this weekend, then 2 weeks off, then Singapore, Suzuka back to back? I've not looked at the calendar recently. Mixing 16th. Pog. Sainz, by the way, who took that penalty, is stuck way down at the back.
DRS enabled.
Get up at 5 AM, sure, not just stay up as normal. Well, that too, Dan. I didn't... that is a fair point that you've made. Singapore's on the 2nd of October. Is there a race between Singapore and Monza? Or is it a 2-week gap? 2 weekends without? Okay, so it's the Italian Grand Prix this weekend, then Singapore on the 2nd, then the Japanese Grand Prix on the 9th, and then the USA on the 23rd. Is Mexico then on the 30th, chat? Is it like Mexico on the 1st? Or is there a week gap, then Mexico and Brazil back-to-back? Oh, there's no racing between because Sochi got cancelled. Okay, that Sochi track. Chat, thoughts on the old Sochi track? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I feel like it was only ever good when it rained, like last year. I guess you're not going to agree with that if you're a Lando fan. It's quite fun in the F1 Codemasters game to drive, but to watch, it's not good. Is that a hot take? I think there's some tracks in F1 that I imagine are a bit like Monaco. Monaco, fun to drive, awful to watch. Am I the only person who liked the long left-hander at Sochi in the first sector? Vegas isn't until next year. Kevin, have a go.
Use energy.
I think we got him. Isn't the Circuit of America's Mexico and Brazil 3 weeks ago in a row? Oh, if it is, happy days. I feel like last year, I might be wrong, I feel like there was a week gap between the USA and Mexico Grand Prix last year. And then Brazil-Mexico was back-to-back. I might be misremembering. I can't remember what I had for breakfast, so what are the odds of me actually remembering the order of tracks
Save fuel.
last season?
Copy.
Do everything you can, mate.
Copy that.
Wasn't that? I'm trying to remember, chat. Am I right in thinking that they were only racing at Sochi for 1 or 2 more years and Russia was building another circuit? Prix needs to get back in DRS range here. Official terminology, DRS. Oh, there's a week break between Mexico and Brazil. Oh, is that this year? Arse range. Apologies, chat. I realised that after midnight, everyone who was here for the arse talk a few streams ago comes in and gets confused by DRS being used as a term. Right. We can get kind of aggressive on our mediums. We're definitely keeping pace, though. Yellow flag. Who's had a moment? Joe's had a moment, hasn't he? Joe's had a moment. What happened? Joe had a spin, and then I think he held up everyone. What happened?
We have Joe.
Oh,
And yes,
we are lucky that wasn't a red
that's
flag. Because he nearly blocked the road completely there.
Yeah,
Cher's
take it
catching
easy.
up to a train. If we could get ahead of Alonso and out of DRS range, that'd be good for us. Front 5 pull away. Can we get a Mick cam? Absolutely not. We'll watch signs overtaking when it happens. I must admit, Nate, I did enjoy, it sounds overtake, the COVID season of F1 where all the races were so close together. It was really, really good as a spectator. But the level of empathy I have for anyone involved in logistics and on the teams, like that must have been such a horrible season. When are we going to Hanoi? I'm pretty sure Hanoi got scrapped. There was loads of issues with corruption around the Vietnam Grand Prix. I think it's been completely bimmed off. In fact, I think the guy, like the mayor of the town is arrested, or of the city. I feel like he got arrested on corruption charges in Vietnam. So I don't think Vietnam is ever going to be on the circuit, sadly. The guy got imprisoned. Yeah, I thought he did. It's not great, is it? So when's the Hanoi race happening? Well, the guy who secured that deal, he is now in prison in Vietnam. Like, it's not exactly what you want to hear about the race organizer, is it?
Yeah, copy.
Addons redeemed a hydrate. Cheers, Aiden. I did see the thing with the Ferrari, like, van, right? Was it like the van or the lorry? Like one of the hospitality things breaking down on the way. It adds flavour to the story. Yeah, I'll be honest, chat. The Vietnam track in Hanoi was very, very fun in the Cody's F1 game. I kind of hope that somehow they can salvage it, because it was a sick track to drive in the game, at least. Obviously, you never really know how it'll be for people to actually race on for real. It's going to be one of those big what-ifs. I like the idea of the heads of F1 visiting him in prison to ask if the deal's off. They sit down with him and go, so, can you still put on the race? Simba, thank you for subbing with the Prime. I'm glad you're able to figure it out, mate. Thank you a ton. I heard talk a few years about they were trying to get a Copenhagen street race. Never happened. I don't know if I want more street races. Like, there's part of me that enjoys, like, when there's a handful of them. But, like, the balance, I feel like, has to be right. Maybe I'm in the minority. Yeah, to be fair, that is actually a pretty good point, Jebus. The Hanoi circuit wasn't that... Well, it's different in footprint, but in terms of, like, some of the corners and stuff. The track in Jeddah was pretty similar. You had to go to your PC to make happen. Well, I appreciate the dedication, Simba. Thank you, mate. We're in a weird situation here where I might just want to charge. I have a weird feeling that the AI is going to be a bit derpy here. Because they've all gone on softs to start. They're probably going to pit around lap 15. Put on some mediums, then it's going to rain and they're going to pit like 5 laps later. I tweeted out about this, but the AI is very, very bad at reacting to like the weather in the race. It's kind of like they pick a regular race strategy. Then when it rains, they go, ah, we don't want to be on this tyre anymore. Sainz still hasn't been able to get past Mick, chat. Mick is too good for Carlos Sainz. Although he probably will get done on the next straight, I'll be honest. I think we're watching a wild buffalo here getting hunted down. The baby buffalo is out in its field, and the baby buffalo is heading to the watering hole to get a drink, unaware of what's coming up behind him. I'll tell you what, the baby buffalo's fighting though. He's held on. He's going to get done on the start finish, I think. Come on, Mick. Mick, I actually believe in you. Please don't fail me. Defend, Mick. Like a lion. He's a god. He's a god. He's a god. How's Verstappen losing so much? He's stuck behind Vettel. He is stuck behind Vettel. Okay, both of our drivers have charged up their batteries nicely.
Okay, energy's good.
You read my mind, Mr. Engineer. I'm going to have to go neutral here.
Modways.
Are they trying to make their softs last, or are they pushing them? Hard to tell because we're pushing our tyres, but I think some of them, they're not trying to make them last. I think they're all going to pit around us. Hey, Rafe TV, not seen you on FM for a while. No, mate, to be honest, I wouldn't even say I've not been enjoying FM. I've just been enjoying playing F1 Manager more. Like, you got to bet, like, I've been playing FM daily for like the last decade, pretty much. Give or take. And at least like for the last 10 months consistently for like YouTube and Twitch. And F1 Manager came out. I've been vibing with this game. I enjoy it a lot. And it's kind of just nice to have a different game that I really, really enjoy playing and that people really enjoy watching here on Twitch. Do you think they'd ever add legends like Senna, etc.? I hope not. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but I feel like in a game like this, I don't want it to become too hardcore as a sim. I don't want it to become too hardcore as a game where it becomes unapproachable for new players. Because right now I feel like it's still a little overbearing for new players and stuff. But like more experienced players probably think it's not hardcore enough, so I do want the hardcore dialed up a little bit. Although I think some of the rebalancing will help with that. I don't really want stuff like legends in the game. I don't know why you'd add them in this game. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's the kind of thing where if modding came in down the line, people would probably mod it in, but I don't think it'd ever be like an official thing. Is it weird that I'm watching any of your FM content? I wouldn't say so. FM's very different to this game to play. I feel like it's easier to watch this game, having not played it and not watched F1 before. Whereas if you watched a Football Manager stream for the first time, it would just look like, I don't even know. It'd look like you're watching I don't know. You just wouldn't understand it. It's not that easy to digest. The thing with this game is it's like a free or I think it's a free or it's either a 3 or a 5-year initial deal that Frontier have. There's a lot they can add. Like for me personally, next year I'd love an overhaul of driver contracts. The ability to approach to sign drivers in the summer for them to join you the following season. The ability to have pay drivers that come through potentially. Have the ability to actually set up a driver academy. Fully sim F2 and F3, even if those lower classes can't be like manageable in, just having them be simulated so during a year you can watch F2 races or at least look at the results of F2 races to see who's performing well in the class below. Like at the moment it's kind of like, oh, there's a prospect, well I have to sign them as my reserve driver, or you just don't sign them. So it's like you only ever have 3 drivers in your, like, obviously your collection. Collection's a weird word to use, but you know what I mean. Whereas in real life, like you'll have like the Red Bull Driver Academy that'll have like 4 to 6 drivers in F2 driving funded by Red Bull. Which I think is easier to get into, F1M or FM? This. I feel like this game has a lot less to do than Football Manager. Yeah, I agree with that, Wems. Like, yeah, there's definitely... FM has more barriers to entry, I feel like, to watch. Yeah, I agree, Sunny Geordie. One thing I think they will probably do for next year, please do this for next year, Frontier. Like, the presentation of the game is wicked, right? But I don't know if anyone else finds it really weird that at the start of races, there's no kind of grid lineup graphic. Like, considering you've got on the main menu all the drivers, you know, doing their poses in front of the car, you know, from your actual save game. I can't imagine it'd be that difficult to have that stuff at the start of races where each driver from each team comes in. And there you could, like, show the penalty, show their qualifying time. You could do it like the actual graphic. That's the kind of thing... I don't know if anyone's realised, but, like... I feel like this, like, the TV stuff isn't, like... Is this the latest? No, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Because I wonder if they kind of got screwed over, Frontier. This is pure speculation. Obviously, this year, the broadcasting package was updated by FOM, right? And Liberty Media. Like, I remember everyone kicking off about the you know, the timing sheet changing and stuff. And I wonder if Frontier didn't get told about those changes until they happened. Or maybe they knew they were happening but didn't get any kind of previews. So as a result of that, they couldn't start working on any of the in-race UI stuff until it was out in the public after the first race. Because I can imagine that would be an absolute ball ache, but having worked in game development, that is 100% a thing that would happen. Millie, dude, thank you for the resub. I hope you're well, mate. Pichet, this is chat in the pits. Hamilton is starting to pull away. Make sure you stick in DRS range. I also tried to break DRS range to Alonso. They should have it so Twitch could play this game with commands. That would actually be good. Someone's locked up. But where? I think it was was it Vettel who had a moment there? Someone's had a moment. Someone's crashed. There's a crash on track. But to who, Chris Kamara?
Like
George Russell. Nothing of value was lost.
Now let's look at this.
Points were lost. But they're our main rivals, so them going out. Oh, it's a disaster.
Thank goodness nobody else
He's got
was
damage.
involved.
He's pitting. He is pitting, and then he's going to have to pit again after the rain. That's good. Rain is due in 8 laps. Twitch integration for this game would be sick. Would you ever go back to the game development industry, Jack? Not that you obviously need, not that you need to, obviously, but you are a wiki content creator. But a question: it's in the back of my mind in Active Tuner. I think the weird thing is, right, for people who don't know, I worked in games for just shy of 10 years. I've kind of done that now, I feel like, in a weird way. Like, I spent probably longer at a single studio than a lot of people would ordinarily. Did Magnussen just make a move there? He did. Just saw it in the distance. But, like, I feel like if YouTube and streaming went balls up and everything went horribly wrong, I'd probably look to get more into the sports space, to be honest. I feel like digital content creation, be that graphic design, video editing, presenting, is something that I'd be pretty good at. I could see a world where if everything went horribly wrong, you know, I'd try and maybe work with, be it a football club, be it a F1 team, be it a hockey team, and basically work in a kind of creator capacity representing a brand rather than myself. If that makes sense. Good luck, Notton. Mate, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Mr. Jolly90. Mr. Jolly90, you can yar in the chat, my friend, like a pirate. Like a pirate. That sounded cooler in my head. If you could go back, what would you like to do? I'd probably just like to do my old job. I used to work as a cinematic artist. So I used to work at making video game trailers. Really, really cool job. If you told me that was going to be my job growing up and that I was going to quit it, I would have said... I don't know what I would have said. I would have said, oh, you're an idiot. I wouldn't do that. I did do it. Am I an idiot? It's worked out so far. I think it's okay. But, yeah, I'd probably just go back and do the same thing I was doing before. Are you allowed to tell us what games? Yeah, I used to work on the Total War games. So if you've ever played any of the Warhammer trilogy... I left as Warhammer 3 was in development, but I worked on the very first in-engine trailer for that game. But I worked on, yeah, Total War Warhammer 1, 2, and 3. I worked on Troy, if you played that Total War game. I worked a little bit on Free Kingdoms and Attila. And Free Kingdoms I did the launch trailer for. I used to direct motion capture shoots as well. So I'm like trained in mocap directing. What kind of work did I do? Oh, I didn't realise you worked as a digital composer, Nim. I used to work doing lighting and environment work mostly, alongside the mocap stuff. My role evolved a little bit though. Like, so I started when I first went in, I was kind of like the intern who did the screenshots. Then I started doing more of the like trailer stuff and cutscene stuff. And then by the end, I basically just became the person who taught all the new people how to use our internal tools because they became a bit mad. So I just became the kind of, because I'd worked in QA before that on Football Manager, I just became the person who knew how all the software worked. But yeah, I kind of, part of me misses it. I miss that creative outlet. Like whenever I play video games, like, man, if this had a highlight system, if it had some replay tools, it'd be unreal. What happened there?
Safety car.
What just happened?
Stay positive, stay positive.
What just happened? Did someone... Was it one of our drivers? They've all pitted under the safety car. We'll get the replay in a second. I'm going to ignore because the rain's coming. But what just happened? What just happened? I'm so confused. Has there been a crash behind?
We've had a crash.
Oh, Russell's crashed again.
Replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here.
Has he done it on the same corner?
Oh, a nasty crash there.
Is anyone getting deja vu? Is it deja vu? Have I been here before? Am I in a simulation?
That's going to be a big blow to the team.
It's literally this. It's the same highlight. Corporate want you to tell the difference, right? This it's not ideal. I think it's too soon to pit for the Inters, chat. The rain's still 5 laps away. But everyone else has pitted for new tyres. But they're all stuck. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're all stuck. Who hasn't stopped? Oh, literally everyone has stopped. This is a concern. Because we were going to get a massive advantage if they all pitted. It might start raining when the safety car comes out. Oh, it's about to go in.
So most likely more rain coming.
More rain coming, he says. There's not been any rain so far. Why say more rain? What tyres are them? They didn't pit for wets. They all went onto the kind of slick compounds. The issue is because we're doing slower laps behind the safety car, the rain might arrive a little sooner lap-wise. How's that a safety car? I mean, in real life, that probably would be a safety car because Russell wouldn't be able to get out the gravel and this
Safety
track has had
safety
lethal
car.
accidents in the past where, well, unfortunately, cars have been trying to be going out the gravel and then another car's gone into it. So yeah, I'll spare the details, but there's been incidents at this crash previously. Like, there would at least be a safety car.
No saving required.
Copy.
Right, we're going to push hard here. Inters we're planning for in 1 lap. Has the rain come yet? Hasn't yet. Alright, can we get a good restart, please? The rain started now. Not now, rain! Not now! Right, Teo. Hold the cars behind up. So that you're slowing down, so there's a gap for you to pit behind Magnussen. They're all going to have to pit with us. I'm telling Bashir to slow down here to build a gap so Kevin can go into the pit, get out, and Bashir isn't having to be parked behind him. But on this wet track, it's difficult. I probably should tell both drivers just not to push quite as hard. Oh, we lost a position. Oh, there is no grip.
Copy that.
There is no... Ladies and gentlemen, there is no grip on the track. You can see the car's tiptoeing. It's already up to 1.4. That rained hard and fast.
Alpha Tauri gained a place.
I realize we just lost a spot to an Alpha Tauri there. I thought it was a Red Bull. I didn't even look properly. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, chat. I'm calm. Oh, they're going so slowly.
He was overtaking.
Everyone's scared to get on the throttle. Is it the same? I assume it's the same with everyone. You could have an incident here. This next couple of corners on the wets are going to be bad. Cher, are you okay, bud? He's fine, everyone. He's fine. He's fine. We've made the gap. I assume everyone is going to pit it. Some teams might not double stack. Oh, Ocon. Oh, Perez. Why is the AI not double stacking in this situation? I mean, look, the Alfa Romeo's double stacked. They were sensible. Their drivers are literally next to each other. It's a bit lively, isn't it, in the pits? It's a bit lively in the pits. Alright, Kevin's out. Pacher's out. Albon's out. Okay. So oh, wait. Did Alpine keep both cars out? Oh, my God. Alpine didn't pit either of their drivers. Is that Alpine okay? There's so much time to gain here now if we push aggressive. All these cars in front of Slicks are going to be going like 10 seconds slower minimum. Mix the next car up the road, chat. I'm nervous. The Alpine team just forgot to pit. Oh, I just chat, it's raining. Oh, get out the way, Mick. At least with the stand-up desk, it's more convenient me standing with the umbrella.
Copy that.
Get out the way!
Good job.
I'm calm. It's very serious business, F1 manager. Oh my God, they're going so slow. Please move. Please move.
Good job.
Joe, go.
Very good.
I'm probably going to get the game next Friday. What team would I recommend you start with? Mercedes are pretty good. Even if you don't want to finish a full first season, you just want to do a few races and see what it's like. I'd recommend them. Oh my God, chat, look how slow these cars on the slicks are. But we have to be so careful getting around them.
Good job.
Oh my... Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Nicely
If they
done.
keep Alonso out, if they don't double stack... Okay, they have double stacked. I would have... Is Joe going to pit? If anyone doesn't pit now, they are actively throwing. Okay, how far's Perez? Oh, Perez has only just pitted. Chat, this is very good. We're running in P1 and P2. Not like Norris to stay on the dries when it's raining. Whoa, are we allowed to discuss that here? Albon's in third. Albon was running up before, wasn't he? Oh yeah, K-Mag has no... chat, you know what? Good eyes. That was a test, chat. You've passed. What's the gaps like here? Okay, Albon's just behind, but there's no DRS in the rain. Oh, Mick. Mick is ahead of Alonso, though, so silver linings. So wait, what's everyone's stops now? Ocon's only stopped once, but he lost so much time being on the slicks. Ourselves and Albon are the only people who were intelligent about the safety car. Oh yeah, we can pay out the prediction. We can actually... We've had the safety car. Will this race have a safety car? Or, no one said. Will we have a safety car or red flag? Yes. There you go. Predictions paid out. Chat, how stylish do I look, by the way? You know what? This might be preemptive. There's a podium here. Get the hat on. I can't. I'll tell you what, the umbrella... It's not a convenient prop. Everything's fine. Right there, I look like a proper F1 person now. And I've worn all black. I've come prepared for the day. Oh, right. What's the time? We're going fast. Yeah, let's not talk about Canada. Let's not talk about Canada, chat.
Road race.
Do I look like an umbrella grid girl, chat? What do you reckon? Umbrella grid girl? I reckon that's a look I could pull off. No, I think we're progressive now. Grid girls aren't really a thing in F1 anymore, so I'll be the grid guy. You know, if Suzuka are watching and want a grid guy, I am available. I am available.
Can reduce and lift off.
Chat, there is a new prediction live. What is the prediction? What's the prediction? Will chat get a dual podium here? Will we get 2 cars on the podium, I believe? We're not going to balls this up. We couldn't do that. Ryaf, thank you for the 4 months. And also, you're a vital redeemed to hydrate. Bloody hell. I don't have enough arms. The rain is going to go around lap 40, I think was the prediction. Yeah, around lap 40, it's going to drop. Do I think the game's too easy? I think the AI needs some tweaks around how it acts in the rain. And I think once the tyre performance differences come in the next update, in the next 2 weeks, that'll definitely help out. At the moment, the AI isn't very good in the rain. But then, to be fair, like, Albon did the same strategy as us and did fine. So clearly, sometimes the AI on some teams is fine. Like, you don't always want the AI to make the right decisions. Like, Alpine keeping both their drivers out, and then is like dumb decision-making. Albon pitting the same time as us and not putting under the safety car, great decision-making. If, like, 6 more cars had done what Albon did this race, it would make sense, but it's the fact that all the top teams just make stupid errors. I mean, who would make stupid errors? Ferrari? Yeah, you know what? Sorry, Bonotto. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. Dan Remix V9, mate. Thank you so much for subbing with the tier 1. Welcome aboard, chat. I want you all to know that when you subscribe, you are funding my ability to buy Pirelli podium hats and McLaren umbrellas. So, thank you for being part of my cosplaying support group. I mean, yeah, like, you've got, like, you know, like in real life, Lando obviously stayed out on the slicks in Sochi, right? I think the issue is basically the AI needs to make the right decisions more than it currently does. And also that the AI needs to make better decisions when it comes to the starting tyre when you know there's rain coming. Fanboy Funding, look, I bought a McLaren umbrella, but I bought an Alpine and a Haas shirt. I have no allegiances. I will sell out for any F1 team. If Toto Wolff is watching or someone who works at another F1 team, I will simp. Will simp for attention, or if you just want to, I don't know, invite me to the grid, I will simp for you. As we've said many times on stream before, I'm not really a fan of a specific F1 team. I've always gravitated more towards drivers because of how cutthroat teams are. Like, imagine if every season in F1, like in football, like every other season in football, just teams completely changed. Well, that's basically what happens in F1 all the time. And it's not like in a sport, like a team sport where the team is based somewhere with F1, right? I guess there's certain teams with certain nationalities. Like, if you were American, I'd understand you supporting Haas. If you were French, I'd kind of understand supporting Alpine. But yeah, for me personally, it's just always been about the drivers. Chat, it's saying it's dry, but it's going to rain more. I mean, it's already raining more. It's going to stay at this level for a little while. The Inters don't slow down that much either until it gets to like 0.8. Who's my favourite driver? My favourite driver, Dan, is Daniel Ricciardo. So I need a new favourite driver for when he leaves. But did anyone see the rumours today? Has anyone seen the rumours of who might be replacing Mick at Haas? Did people see the Nico Hulkenberg news? I mean, it's not really news, it was just a rumour. Nico Hulkenberg and Magnussen at the same team. After the whole suck my balls comment a few years ago, I'll get that in my veins. I want that to happen. Also, a flat string bit to it annoying, isn't it? Sold. I would love it. It's never going to happen. It's probably going to be Giovinazzi because he's tested for them. Was he testing for them today, Giovinazzi? I'm pretty sure I saw that he was driving in P1. I say today, it's tomorrow. I just saw him in his race suit today, I think. That's where my confusion lies. Come on, surely we can get a young driver in. The issue is, right, if you're Haas, do you go with an experienced driver who's good in F1? Like, do you go with an experienced driver who's proven themselves in F1? Or do you take on someone else's young driver protege? No, and the reality is they stay at your team for a few years and then you just end up losing them to that team. Like, I'd always go for, like, a proven quality if I was Haas. Unless they can find someone who's unsigned to get tied down longer term, but they're not a team in that position yet. Will Drugovich go anywhere? I wondered if the Herta move doesn't happen because of the whole super license points, I don't know if Gasly would leave. But in the world where Gasly leaves AlphaTauri to go to Alpine anyway, and they can't get Herta in, I could see Drugovich getting a drive in the AlphaTauri, even though he's not on the Red Bull Junior driver program. I think drivers like Lawson just haven't looked good enough in F2 this year. There's not really been a standout junior Red Bull driver. And Drugovich would come with money from Red Bull, from Brazil, in terms of all his sponsors and stuff, which whilst Red Bull don't really need it, probably sweeten the deal, and you're also signing the F2 champion. I don't know if Hauger would get it either. I don't feel like Hauger, Lawson, Iwasa, I don't think any of them have been consistent enough this year to justify getting it over Drugovich. It would literally be probably a 1-year contract. But there was lots of talk about Drugovich having meetings with various Red Bull people over the last weekend. I just realised how far Yuki is up the grid. Yuki could score points for Williams today. Rumours are that Drugo could go to Alpine. I mean, yeah, that might make sense if... That probably makes more sense, obviously, if Pierre Gasly isn't let go by Red Bull. Because Pierre's still got 1 year left on his contract. The Herta situation is a very, very weird one. I feel very uncomfortable about how super license points are appointed and distributed. Like, it was a reactionary move, obviously, when Verstappen... For people who don't know, so in Formula 1, to qualify as an F1 driver and be allowed on the grid, you have to acquire points through something called the Super License. And different series and different, like, you know, achievements within that series get you points that add up. And if you get to the threshold, you're eligible to then drive in F1. But Herta is a well-established IndyCar driver. He's had a rough year this year, but he finished, I think, second twice in a row in IndyCar. I don't watch that much Indy, so someone will have to tell me. But because of the way points are assigned for Indy, like, his achievements in IndyCar, which is probably the best open-wheel class, obviously, in North America, is worth less than driving in F2. But like the super license stuff basically came in. So for people who are newer fans, like when Verstappen started in F1, he was signed by Red Bull a year in advance. He was promised a seat in the car. He did not have a driving license when he was driving in F1, did Max Verstappen. He was 17 years old when he first appeared on the grid. Did not have a driving license to drive on the road, but was driving an F1 car. And in a bit of a reaction to that, the FIA decided, shit, we don't want kids driving. And also they just didn't, it avoids like people who are just talentless drivers, right? Just turning up and having a jolly if they've got enough money. But, yeah, basically there's lots of... Oh, please don't be a bad crash here. Basically, because of the Superlight stuff, Herta, who's a very, very good driver in IndyCar, doesn't have enough points to drive in F1.
They've lost control, and there's the crash.
I'm getting deja vu. I am getting... Anyone else getting deja vu? Have we been here before? Safety car this time? But yeah, there's a bit of politics at play as well. Like, the issue for Indy is, like, in IndyCar, there are oval tracks, and the argument is, should performances on oval tracks contribute towards, like, F1 points? Is there a world in which you basically look at assigning points based on the non-oval performances of IndyCar drivers? Obviously, that starts opening a whole can of worms. At the moment, Red Bull are basically trying to force through her to get in a seat in the AlphaTauri. Obviously, for them, it would be pretty good marketing to have an American driver on the grid, but there's lots of politics involved. Yeah, it's weird. Must have been hard for Max to pass his license to not speed. True. Does driving in Le Mans influence being allowed to drive in F1? I actually can't remember the exact assignment of Super League, of Super License points. I'm trying to remember if any do Endurance Series count? I'm trying to think, has there been any drivers who have really gone from Endurance Series into F1? Who was the guy who drove for, I think he was Australian or Kiwi, who drove for like 1 year in Toro Rosso? I think he came from endurance car racing. Oh, Brendan Hartley, that's his name. That's a throwback. Was he? I don't think he came through the Junior Formula Series, right? I think when Hartley got signed, he was in endurance car racing. He was crap. He was really crap in F1, I will say that. He did not last very long. But there's not many drivers that make that move from kind of not from endurance series across. Oh, the WEC does count for points. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'm trying to think, are there any other drivers in recent memory who have come through, like, weird series? I can't really think of any. I realise we're just having a lovely chat about racing here. I'm just vibing away.
Safe fuel, safe fuel.
Oh, did Verline? Is that what you're talking about, Lodge Toaster? Did Verline come through? Maybe you're right, actually. There's another yellow flag. There's lots of stuff happening on this track, and I don't like it.
Yellow head.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Hamilton's had a spin.
Let's
Bloody
see
hell,
what
it's a bad
happened
day
there.
for Merc.
Now,
Great day
watch
for
this.
us.
Lewis Hamilton.
It's a different corner. Something else is happening. I mean, it's the same corner, but it's a different highlight. Oh, DeResta came from DTM. Yeah, that's good. That's a valid point. I've never really watched that much, like racing outside of the kind of European Formula Series, to be honest. Like, I always find that Indy clashes with, like, later football matches, so it's a bit annoying. Henry, thank you for gifting a sub to Base Tamura. That is very generous of you. Was there some knowledge bombs dropped in the chat that I missed? Oh, Verline came from... It was Verline who came from DTM as well, yeah. Who do I think is the best Formula 1 driver in history? I hate that question. Because I feel like what Formula 1 is now is such a different sport to what it was 20 years ago. And is such a different sport to what it was 40 years ago. Like, the sport has evolved way more. It's not like, say, football or any other sport where there's like a reference point where it's not changed that much. The requirements of a driver, technically, physically, mentally, they've changed so much. Would I say Schumacher? Thing is, I grew up in the Schumacher. Like, when I was growing up, obviously watching F1, Schumacher was just winning everything. And I think as a child, I didn't like people who win everything. It's kind of a very, very English thing, right, to not enjoy people who win stuff. No one wants someone who wins all the time. They don't. I was sat there cheering on David Coulthard, willing him on to do well, and he never did well. I just had to watch Schumacher win all the time. I'm fine. I probably would go with Senna, but I probably would have Schumacher close second. I know that's not really a particularly hot take. I don't think it's a hot take. I actually wouldn't have Hamilton that far behind either. I really want to see Lewis, like, put a bit of a rabbit out of the hat now in the next kind of few years. I mean, he said, I don't know if people saw the interview that he did with Ricciardo. There was basically talk that Ricciardo might go to Mercedes to be their backup driver next year with a view to get Hamilton's seat the year after. I want to see Lewis stick it out in a shitbox and see what he can do. Do you know what I mean? I want to see him... I feel like... I love Hamilton as a driver. I wouldn't say I love him. I respect his talent. I respect what he's achieved. There's part of me that he would certainly go up in my overall estimations if he could do something unprecedented. A little bit like he did at the start of his career. I think people forget about like how he broke onto the scene and like the bravery of his move to Mercedes when he did. I feel like that in some ways was like his most impressive years, like the early years. I kind of want to see more of that rather than it just kind of end with a bit of a damp squib ending, if you know what I mean. I think people ask me, right, about my favourite team ever. People ask me, like, what team do I like? My honest answer is the one team I've ever cheered on in Formula One was Brawn. For the 1 year that they were around, I adored Brawn. That white livery with, like, the highlights. Chef's kiss. Jensen Button driving that car. You know, British driver. Someone who, you know, been pretty unfortunate throughout his career to that point. Obviously, well, we could talk all about the diffuser situation and stuff and the legality around it, but it was just kind of... It was just fun to watch it unfold.
Rain risk is receding.
Copy.
Favourite F1 driver over the years? I'm a bit of a Nico Hulkenberg simp. You have no idea. When he was driving in Germany, you know, in the rain, and he was looking like he might get a podium. I've never wanted a driver to get in the podium as much as I did then. I still want Hulkenberg to get a podium, chat. I still want Hulkenberg to get a podium. Get him in the Haas car. Maybe I should sign him in this save game and replace Kevin. Someone's gone wide. Someone's gone wide. Who is it? Is it Mick? I just assume it's Mick. Who had a moment.
I think we've had a
It's
car run
Gasly.
wide.
He's only gone wide. Do I think Piastri will get a team? Well, he's at McLaren for next year. Was that a test? Did I pass the test? I mean, chat, who are your favourite drivers? I saw a few Irvine shouts in the chat. I did love it, like, obviously when Gasly got his win. That was good. Latifi? Oh, I feel like non-F1 fans just think Latifi or Mick are the greatest drivers ever. I did used to enjoy Mika Hakkinen. Alonso, that's a good shout. Alonso's definitely one of my favourite drivers, I think, ever in F1. Like, when he came back to the sport, I was so happy. In fact, he made me watch the Indy 500. Kimmy's a solid shout. James Hunt. There's so many eras of F1, and I'm like, I wonder what that era would have been like in the age of social media. Can you imagine, like, the fanboys and fangirls that Hunt would have on the internet, on Twitter? Bloody hell, I'd be scared. I'd only say nice things about him. I'd only say nice things. To be fair, he probably wouldn't have a career. He'd probably get cancelled, getting filmed doing stuff he shouldn't be doing. Can you imagine? I'm thinking about different moments in F1 if Twitter existed. Can you imagine? It's like Schumacher, I mentioned Schumacher in Japan. Oh, there's be so many instances. Oh my lord. If you don't think Maldonado is the GOAT, you're wrong. You know what? Crash Donado, one of my favourites. Montoya, Fisichella, Trulli. Oh, chat, these names make me nostalgic for the era I grew up watching. I used to like Rubens Barrichello. I also like Barrichello just lived in the shadow of Schumacher, right, at Ferrari, but he was always very good. He never got the same love or admiration, I feel like. This umbrella is so inconvenient, by the way. But like an umbrella when you're walking around, it's fine. When you're stood still for extended periods of trying to move around and talk, it's just annoying. You know what, chat? I've had my fun with my umbrella. I'm putting it down. There's another flat yellow. What's happened? Not one of our drivers, please. There's lots of little errors this race. Have you guys noticed that?
It's a spin.
Oh, Sonoda's had a moment. I mean, wasn't I praising Sonoda earlier, chat? Chat, if I have to get wet, I will get wet. Look, chat, I've just seen blasphemy towards Carter Kayan in the chat. We are not talking crap about Carter Kayan, okay? Less of that. Okay, I mean, Albon's just holding up Verstappen, which is really good for us. Our drivers are just vibing. This track's going to start to dry up now. We might have a tiny bit more rain, and it's going to dry. Massa is massively overrated. That's... Massa's a big what-if for me, right? Imagine if he'd won that championship. Imagine if he hadn't had his unfortunate accident. Track's probably going to dry around lap 40. Is that Glock? Words that echo through time. I blame Timo Glock. Chat, I can't blame Timo Glock. That for me... I mean, I was like 15 at the time. I felt like that was one of the first times where I felt like I was watching like a historic... Maybe it's a weird thing to say because there was definitely historic moments that happened beforehand, but it was like one of those moments where I could appreciate the scale of it, if that makes sense. I would have been like 14 at the time. And like, you know, for it to be the World Driver Championship to be settled on the final lap on a track that just got wet at just the right moment. Like that was like one of those moments where I feel like I fully appreciated what I was watching. Yeah, Massa was the guy who had the suspension spring that hit him. It's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, that season, can you imagine that? Imagine 2000, a chat. We know how toxic the internet got at the end of last season in F1. Imagine being Timo Glock on Twitter in 2008 if it was in 2022. Man's deactivated. Man is just disconnected from the internet. Like, Latifi got a bit of hate for his spin and stuff, but ultimately it wasn't really his fault. And the Massa fanboys, they would have gone for Glock for that error. He would not have been on the internet for months. Imagine the conspiracies on Reddit. Yeah, this track is drying up quicker than I thought it was going to. I think we do one more lap. The inter-performance drop-off isn't that bad. And we've got enough margin that we don't really need to gamble on what tyre we, like, when we pit.
More to push, more push.
I might pit this lap with Pasher and a lap later with Kevin. It's not drying quick, though. Block said he still gets stuff about it today on social media. Oh, I can imagine. .6 is when it matters. I'm just mostly scared about stacking my drivers. It's like it's just a bit too soon in here. I feel like to pit with Kevin and Pasher this lap. We'll go one more. Yeah, Canada 2011 classic. What's my favourite F1 race ever? I saw someone write that earlier and I didn't really answer because I feel like I need to go back and watch some of the classic F1 races back. I feel like that's one thing I've never really done that much of as an F1 fan. Is like, besides watching season reviews, actually watch old races in full. Can anyone else relate to that? Or I don't know if I'm in the minority there. I feel like very often I will consume a race, I will watch the highlights afterwards, I never really watch it in full back. And I feel like that would always make me appreciate some races more when you know what to expect and what's coming. Alright, we're pitting this lap. Because if we wait a lap longer, I think it's going to be too dry. Do we have the ability to run the softs to the end here? Ah, the softs have margin, don't they? I hope I've not left this too late, just dilly-dallying.
Box.
There's enough of a gap as well between our drivers.
Sucks.
Speed up time, mate. Mate, I appreciate the fact you come into my stream and watch me. Tell me to speed up. If I could put it in half speed right now, I'd put it in half speed. Maybe I'll just click on pause and pause just to spite you. I'll play the game how I want. Thank you. Appreciate you being here, but If you don't enjoy the way I played, there's a load of other streamers who'd probably be a better fit for you. Maybe I should go watch it in the Indianapolis race from 2005. Maybe that would be a good one to watch back. You know what, chat? I kind of want some popcorn. Should I just pause and go cook? Right. Did we get out ahead of Albon? We did. Okay, we didn't even have to worry about the double stack. Is anyone going to make up places in the pits here? Oh, Albon's been done by Verstappen in the pits. It's a disgrace. We kind of have to manage the tyres a little bit, but we've got charge, we've got life. This should be a done deal, but Perez, Leclerc... Did Max... Oh, Max got held up more than I realised there. Wait, did Albon get... Wait, how did Albon lose so much time, chat? Was he not in third, or did I just daydream away to all my F1 as he slipped down without me realising? I thought he was way clearer than he was. Oh, was Verstappen already third? Apologies to the... But if Verstappen was third, how's Perez and Leclerc come out ahead? Chat, am I going... I'll be honest, wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been to this race because we were just in lovely detailed talk about F1. Oh, Perez and Leclerc haven't pitted. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. That makes way more sense. I wonder how much time they're losing here. Oh, in that case, Boucher's like 10 seconds up the road. You do not need to push, my friend. Chill. I'm paying attention to the game that I'm playing. I know what's happening. They didn't actually lose that much time, Perez and Leclerc there, I don't think. And is the start-finish line high up here? Oh, there's a McLaren in the wall, chat, where everyone's been crashing. It's probably Danny Rick. We've already pitted. Thank you for your concerns, though.
There's been a crash.
Oh,
Sounds
Norris.
like
I take it. I'd like to
Here's the
apologise to
replay.
Danny Rick.
Now just take a look at
Have
the
we
McLaren.
seen this highlight before?
And there we see
He
the
hit it
crash.
at a different angle. I think someone's left oil. Sorry. Have we just entered Inception? Did anyone else see what I just saw there? Clip it. Chat, please clip that. I need to see what just happened. I think we were in the movie Inception for a second there. That was so trippy. I think we were like... I don't even know. Can someone clip it? I want to pull that up on show. I want to know what the dickens just happened. I think... Oh, this is mad. I don't even know what's happening in this race. Did someone clip it? Chat, I'm once again asking you to provide a clip. Thank you. Someone will do it. Someone is being a hero for me right now. For people who missed it, there was basically... We cut away to a highlight of a crash, but it was as some cars were pitting. And the camera returned back to Perez, who was in the pits. It was like flipped on its side. It was weird. It was weird. It hurt my brain. How many races are left in the season? I think there's 4 after this. What have we got left after this? Is it Cota, Mexico, Brazil, Abu Dhabi? I think it's just 4 races left after this. Right, chat, let's watch this clip together. I have no idea if my desktop... Oh, God, wrong tab. Wrong tab. Apologies, chat. I know that was lovely for you guys to listen to. If I hit this button here, I'm hoping this goes to the right screen. Is it going to be me again? Oh, it's me again. Hi, me. All right, this was the issue, chat. What happened here? I think someone's left oil. Where are we? Where are we here? Right. Are we in the pit? It's like the movie Inception. What is this? Oh, Brian. I adore you, Brian. Mate, thank you for the 25 months, you absolute legend. Oh, yeah, we are in the pit lane. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why turning my head helped. I've not seen that happen before. That's a very weird issue. Has anyone seen that bug before? I've played quite a lot of this game. Never seen that one. Back to the game. Hey, EJSA, mate. Thank you so much for the raid. How are we doing? Welcome on in, Raiders. I should go get my Leafs jersey on, shouldn't I? Where is it? It's somewhere around here. Dude, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're doing great. Have you been playing more F1 Manager today? If you're wondering, Jack, why are you wearing a podium hat? You know what? Valid question. I know I look great in it. We got a podium last race. 1 for a 1-2 at the moment after what's been a pretty crazy race of a bit of rain in the middle. You got K-Mag on a podium today. I love it. Unfortunately, Mick Schumacher won't be joining us on the podium. I'm talking like we've already done it. I shouldn't jinx it. Has Joe pitted for used softs? Did he pit? His softs are good, I think. He's on fresh softs. If Magnussen finishes first, chat, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is season 2. B Popo. This is season 2. We've got 12 laps left. Verstappen is hunting us down a little bit. We're not actually that quick. We qualified, I think, 6th and 8th or 5th and 8th. But the time difference between the team at the front and the team in 8th was like 0.2 of a second. Like, the performance difference in all the cars here really isn't that big at the moment. Oh, good, dude. I appreciate the lurk. What have I updated on the car? So we are currently researching now for next season. Our car is quick, but it's not as quick as it looks here. We've kind of been the beneficiary of the fact that AI did some funky stuff in the rain, because the AI in this game does funky stuff. But we are currently just researching for next year. But a lot of my focus has been on high-speed cornering and specifically underfloors. Underfloors in this game take a long time to research and actually manufacture. They give you massive performance gains. So I feel like just focusing on them is just the way to make things work. Have you got pole before? We have never finished. I don't think we've ever qualified first or second. I think we have started on the front row of the grid after penalties, but we've never got first in qualifying. I feel like our car has a lot of development into racing in dirty air, which I think makes a pretty big difference. Just in general. Why has it got cloudy? Does anyone else just get nervy when it gets cloudy? Is that a me problem? Magnussen's got fastest lap. He doesn't need to push, but he just wants to go fast. Has anyone got to worry about their tyres? Sainz, Gasly and Hamilton. I mean, Verstappen's going to have to manage his. Albon is still 4th, chat. Albon could get big points here. I want to believe that this is all going to be fine, but Magnussen finds a weird way to ruin stuff, doesn't he? He really does. Favourite F1 TV intro? Oh, was it a few years ago? There was like a good one. I think it might have been 2018. I don't really like it with the drivers in the boxed rooms. I think it was the last one before they put all the drivers in boxed light rooms. There's a yellow flag. What's happened? No drama. Don't be our drivers. I just want a nice, relaxing end. Oh, Ricciardo's had a spin. Chat, has he spun? Oh. Why couldn't he take out the others? Why couldn't he take out the Red Bulls? How are we doing in the constructors? We are 3rd ahead of Mercedes. We only overtook them for the first time all season last race. So a win here would be massive. Jack, do you hate on quali where cars don't move? I do, but I'm hoping that the update 1.7, the next patch in 2 weeks, is going to fix that. No love for the chain. I feel like it's very overrated. I think nostalgia's a powerful thing. Hide. Oh, that's definitely a hot take. People won't like me for that opinion. I just feel like, no, I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, if we get a safety car now, it's bad. Although, how's our wear compared to everyone else's? It's not too bad. Lots of people stuck on used softs. Get out, chat. I've been told to get out my own stream. It's gone wrong. If I just do this, just conceal my identity a little bit. It ends like this. Am I going to give K-Mag the win or switch them? I probably will give K-Mag the win. I feel like he's probably earned it. If he has a moment, I might... Oh, okay. He keeps just setting fastest laps. Do I have a code for FM23? If not, are you going to get one? I will be getting one, Moggy Hep. This goes out to anyone who's maybe thinking about getting F1 Manager. I'm in talks with a couple of different retailers right now. I think I will be signing on with one tomorrow that gets you guys a discount and gets me a commission. So if you're on the fence about pre-ordering the new Football Manager, or maybe been thinking about getting this game, maybe hold out for 24 hours, and I'll have a code that you can buy any games through, but obviously specifically F1 Manager and Football Manager will be games that you can purchase via that affiliate link, and I get a little bit of the kickback on it. I'm just waiting on a few I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed. But I should have hopefully some news on that tomorrow, if not definitely next week. This is just very chilled out now. I'm just waiting for Magnussen to crash. Is it a Steam code? Yes, I believe it will be for Steam. It's not the code. Obviously, you'll get the code sent later, but the company I'm talking to are a Sega-approved retailer. So it's all kosher. You will get access to the beta. There's no nonsense there. We're currently lapping 2 tenths faster than Verstappen, but he's on... I was going to say he's on the used softs, but actually I think it's just that we're pushing on the fuel mode. Leclerc got fastest lap, though. Nobody liked that. Yeah, I hope down the line that F2 and F3 will be added as playable in this game. It'd be so sick. I don't really want to... Like, in Motorsport Manager, if any of you played that, you could get, like, teams promoted. I never really liked that. But I kind of like the idea of career progression, that you could start in Formula 3, have some junior drivers, and then maybe you move up to F2, move to a different team. You're able to bring across some of those drivers you worked with in the previous years, and then years down the line, you're in Formula 1, and then able to reunite again with those drivers that you started your whole career with. I think that'd be really, really sick. Hey, Olympic Links, how's it going? Oh my god.
Let's take a look at the replay.
Tired!
Focus on the Haas.
Why can we not get the... He's hit that so hard. That could be a safety car.
Very, very wrong.
No!
The team are really disappointed.
He's back on the track.
Let's hope it doesn't.
How's he back on the track? What's this car made of? Right, Teo. We're going to push. Has he got a window to pit into here? Chat, we could still get a podium. We could still get a podium. You've got to pit. We've got to fix the part because it's terminal damage. He could still do this. I've just pitted. I've just chose. We have to. How long's left? 4 laps, though. Watch the gap to Verstappen. I might cancel this pit stop. What's the other aero damage? Minor damage to the chassis. I'm not pitting him. I'm not pitting him.
4 laps to go.
We're not pitting him. He's staying out for 4 laps, though. 4... What's the damage? He's got no nose. Stay out. YOLO, chat. YOLO. Why couldn't there be a safety car? I mean, if he laps now faster than Verstappen, the game is broken. Who needs a nose? It's aerodynamic. He's lighter. I have got him set to full push. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, God. Chat, that gap isn't going down, but I am still telling him to push. Oh, God. Is that Mick? Oh, it's Mick and Tsunoda. Get out of the way. Oh, chat. It's bad. It's bad. I've made an error. I should have pitted. I can't pit now. I was looking at the gap to leader as well at one point and getting that confusing. And it's not going down. No, it is going down. If I pit now, oh, we come down. We're so slow. What if I tell him to hold the other driver back?
3 to go.
Just hold him back. Don't move out the way. Does he move out the way because he's got damage? You've just got to stay out, Teo. Magnussen, could you lap quicker? Oh, chat, it's the saddest thing. He's been told to stop blocking cars. He's probably getting... Oh, he's... Because he's got damage, he has to move out the way. Are we even going to get top 10? I think there was a prediction on 2 podiums. And I can only apologise to the people who betted on the 2 podiums. Unless he can defend like this for the next 3 laps. Chat, this is not good. This is... I should have pitted. I should have pitted. Chat said stay out. Chat said stay. I trusted you, chat. How slow is he lapping? It's only 8 seconds slower. He's probably going to lose 20 seconds. He might get 10th. He might get 10th. He might get a point. How are you doing, Kevin? Kevin, are you okay? You can push, mate. Go for fastest lap. Oh, he's just got it. Go for it again.
Position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Oh, Teo. It's so sad.
Push more.
Copy that.
2 laps to go.
He shouldn't have crashed. You know what, chat? You're right. Teo, you've let down all the believers. Is this the saddest ending to a race ever? There's a yellow in Sector 1. Please, God, no. It's fine. It's fine. Safety car now. Give us a safety car now. Just give me a safety car. Schumacher ran wide. Just keep... I'm fine. I am not emotionally damaged. Oh, just hold on. Leclerc's catching so fast. Kevin, please lap him. It's never happening. He has no nose. He has no nose. If he comes P11, I'm going to be so sad. Come on, Teo, do it for me. Please. He has no nose. I got his nose. I got his nose. Don't say definitely P11, chat. PMA. Someone could still lock up. Look, this is great blocking. Oh, my God. Ricciardo's 10 seconds behind.
This will be last lap.
Last lap is not last enough.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy that.
Oh, Teo. Come on, Teo. Come on, get the point. I will celebrate a point like it's nothing else. Hold on. He could really tumble down still. Is the block option still on? I mean, no. No, he's just driving slowly, chat. I have got myself out of giving... Yes, with Prix, we have got an agreement in his contract. I have to give him $500,000 if he wins the race. Or no, I don't really wins the race. If he comes front free. How's the damage, Teo? Minor, that's fine. Oh, Ricciardo's... We're getting lapped. We're finishing 11th at best. I'm so sad. Teo, just keep going. Safety car. Red flag. Something that ends the race now.
First checkered flag.
Well done. You've won, Kevin. You've won.
Man,
I don't care. Teo, don't get out of his way.
And Magnussen
Don't
takes home the
move. I'm so sad. I'm so upset. No. Chat, deploy isn't going to make a difference because Prix has to move out the way. I'm on deploy here. We literally don't go as fast. Is Vettel going to catch us? Is this rock
Gain the
bottom?
position.
Keep going. Keep going, please. Teo, don't move out the way. Battle, Teo, battle. Did he get 12th? He got 12th. It doesn't even mean anything. I'm fine.
Over the line.
Button over the line. 4 laps around. I definitely should have pitted him. We were losing 8 seconds a lap for 4 laps. At least 8 seconds a lap. I think we lost more towards the end. It was about 10 seconds a lap. Because we would have been able to push as well on fresh softs. 9 seconds a lap for 4.5 laps. Yeah, I probably lost about... I would have lost 40 seconds on track.
Showing us how it's done. A great result.
I'm fine. I'm not fine. At least we get the podium. Let's get the podium sequence. Let's look at silver linings, chat. That's as good as it gets. EJS8, dude, thank you so much for subbing with the Prime. I have to get the hat on. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Where? I need to get the music.
Well, the Dane had a very impressive race, really delivering when the pressure was on.
Kevin Magnussen delivers. He always delivers. He's like the postman. Come on! Come on!
Alongside them, of course,
Come on!
the other 2 talented drivers completing today's
Let's go! Kevin Magnussen's face scan looks so weird at this game.
very successful.
Unbelievable.
Not bad at all. The team in the pit will be happy with that.
We don't celebrate with Teo. We could have had a 1-2. We should have had a... Turn the music off. It's not... I thought that would cheer me up. It's not... I'm just more angry. I'm just more angry with Teo after that. Sainz made up 14 places. Albon getting 4th as well. That was a mad race for gains and losses, wasn't it? Norris stopped 4 times. Oh, I'm so sad. Everything's fine. I'm fine. We would have had a 1-2. We're still ahead of Russell. Russell didn't get any points. That's all that matters. Did we gain on Mercedes? Oh, you know what, Chad? Doesn't even matter. We were just making it competitive. You know, we're keeping it close. It would have been boring if we just won it all, wouldn't it, really? Red Bull did just go ahead of Ferrari, though. They were tied on points going into that race. Oh, we don't get a development point as a silver lining. I think the prediction got paid out. We had a prediction going of would we get a double podium. We looked so comfortable. It was so easy. The only silver lining, Prix doesn't have to be paid his $500,000 bonus. So, silver linings I get. Hey, Automatrix, I think your next goal in terms of chassis development should be to improve the overall cooling performance. You know what? You're probably correct. At the moment... We are just researching everything, basically. I'm so sad. I'm so upset with Teo. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Pit stop would have been 35 seconds. Yeah, we lost about 40, but I wonder how much quicker we would have been than everyone else around us with a fresh softs for 5 laps just to push. To be fair, chat. Wasn't my fault. Pochier's fault. If he doesn't hit the wall, I'd have to make a decision. Ikebot, thank you very much for subbing with the Prime. I appreciate the love, chat. It's been mad recently on stream. I talked about it earlier, but the love we've been having with F1 Manager is absolutely absurd. I'm sat thinking, do I have another race in me? It's almost 2 AM. I've not recorded tomorrow's F1 Manager YouTube video. If you've come in as part of the raid, or maybe you've just stumbled on in here, I have a YouTube series with Alpine we're doing at the moment. I need to record a video tomorrow in Canada. So I really, as much as I want to stay up and play, and we've got a point on Bashir, let's use the point. What chat, you can vote on what we're putting it in. Chat, I say you can vote. We're not doing a poll. Just spam what you want the point to go into. I'm so sad. Reactions, everyone's spamming. Reactions. Smoothness, reactions, react. Just need to get one to 69. Look, we'll get adaptability to 69 later. Control Kek W. Chat, to be fair, maybe it should just go in control after last time. You know what? Barely anyone said I'll put it in control. Maybe he wouldn't have hit a wall if I had it there. I'm fine. I'm not having an emotional breakdown. It's okay. We do need to think about driver for next year. We've got a lot of money in the bank. We're saving a lot of money at the moment because we don't have a big contract. Congratulations. A win like that increases the confidence. Doesn't increase my confidence in Teo, though. I'm fragile, chat. I'm fragile. Oh, look, I really do want to do another race, especially everyone who's coming via the raid, but I don't have it in me. I don't want to stream too late and wreck my sleeping pattern for the entire week. Oh, I say week. It's literally Friday now officially, but for the entire weekend. What we will do is, though, we will share the love with another F1 manager streamer. So buckle up and get ready for the raid. We need to get a Mick copy pasta, chat. Which copy pasta are we going with today? Which are we going for? Did I know that Graham Potter's done a real life parts prem? Oh, Kim, look, Graham Potter's one of my favourite managers. I love him. Like his work in Sweden's been mad, and now I'm excited to see what he can do with a world class set of players. Are we just going with the classic? Who is Mick? Are we just going with the classic? Who is Mick? Right. Let's do a raid. Where are we going to share the love? Let's go to Shane Southpaw. Let's do that. Let's do that. All the time you have to leave the space. He's got an Alonso reference. He's at Alpine as well. He's at Alpine. Right, chat. We're going to kick off this raid. Let's go and show Shane a load of love. Get your copy pasta ready. Get it on your clipboard. Get ready for battle as part of this raid. If you've been inducted in, having turned up today, make sure to hit the follow button. We are going to be finishing the season over the weekend. We'll also be talking all about the Monza Grand Prix, the Italian Grand Prix as it's going on. So if you want to chat more F1, you can do that here. Thank you to everyone who subbed today. It's been absolutely crazy. EJSA, I feel like I'm saying your name wrong, so apologies, mate. Thank you so much for the raid with your community as well. I kind of wish I had a Leafs jersey to hand. I could have just gone and stuck it on. I appreciate the love massively. We've got a big raid to send over, which is absolutely wicked. Oh, let's go and represent this community well. I'll see you guys all in the chat. Take it easy. We are back live tomorrow. I'll see you guys then.